Amateur league over here.
Let me crank up the audio. I think we're good to go.
You
Amateur
guys are gonna
league
have to
over
need
here.
to
Let
have an
me let me
IT on the
crank up the
side, dude.
audio. I think we're good to go.
You
Amateur
guys are gonna
league
have to
over
need
here.
to have an
Let me
IT on the
crank up
side,
the
dude.
audio. I think we're good to go. All right, I think we're good to go. All right, chat, can you hear us? Okay. Anybody help us out?
Check, 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 check. Mic 1, 2.
Okay,
Hello,
Renix in here.
hello, hello.
Renix in here. Hell yeah, he can hear us.
Nice.
Okay. Audio level sound good and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Sick. Okay, we got Joey too. All right, boys. Well, welcome to another episode of the Lance and Ray podcast. This is our fourth episode, I think, fifth episode.
I think we've had 4 guests and we've had 5 episodes. So
Uh,
Caesar's guest number 5.
yeah, yeah. We took a
Yeah.
couple weeks off, holidays. I got sick. Caesar got sick. Lance overslept. Uh, just
That is that's one way to tell the story.
just been a busy ass December, you know. So and then Caesar's joining us now, and I think you're even what? You're just getting over being sick or whatever, right? To you?
Yeah, I'm still a bit under the weather, but I'm starting to get better right now.
Good to hear. Good to hear, man. And from what I hear too, you've been making some moves in real life outside of Third Strike, right? You had your kid recently. How old's
Yeah,
how old's the baby now?
uh, 2 months now.
A few months. Nice, nice.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
Bi-
So fast.
Big nasty turns to Papa nasty, dude. Sick, sick. And then you just bought a new house too, right? You just moved in and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just moved into, yeah.
Good shit. Good shit. Congrats. So, just wanted to welcome everyone to the podcast. I'm your host, Ray, aka Wax, with my co-host here, Lance. Top 8 jazzy finalists whose matches we always skip because they're boring and nobody wants to watch them.
Three
Uh,
time, Ray.
oh,
Three time top 8.
oh, three-time. My apologies.
I
My
get it right,
apologies.
man. Get it right.
Come on, give me a fucking break here.
We're joined by Caesar, aka Big Nasty. If you're not familiar with him, he's a OG Texas Third Strike legend, Hugo player, best Hugo in the U.S. in my opinion. I don't know if you guys
Oh,
want
I don't know
to.
about that, dude.
Who's the best Hugo then? Let's get into it. Might as well.
It's always gonna be Sandy Bags, dude.
Sandy Vex? Yeah.
Even though he's retired, he's always
Let's
gonna be
say
the best one,
I
dude.
just saw him at CEO not too long ago, right? Was he
No,
CEO or
that's why I said retired.
yeah? I'm gonna say I feel like I just watched him in Jaywong like a couple months
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
Yeah. From what I hear too, he's still on OE, just chilling,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, he's still an OE.
Just
Just the
fuck.
last person left on 360.
Yeah, he's like
Um,
that one person keeping the server like from shutting down, dude.
all right, so we're gonna kind of get into it. Usually the way we start these the podcast off is just kind of going over your history with the game. When's the first time you saw Third Strike, picked up the game, heard about it? You know, to tell us the lore here.
Yeah, I want to tell you want to hear a whole story from your point of view, and you can fucking make it exciting as you want.
Oh man, that was a while back. I'm pretty sure it was my senior year of high school when I saw the game for the first time. It was during a website called combovideos.com.
Oh shit, yeah, I'm familiar. I'm
Yeah,
familiar. Yeah.
yeah. That's how old. Yeah, dude. So from combovideos.com, and on the main page, they would always like feature like one clip
Mhm.
or something from people that uploaded. And one of those clips was Hayao versus Umesono, which was Hugo versus Chun Li.
Mhm.
And I mean, at this point, I was not aware what Third Strike was. Like,
Mhm.
the only thing I knew or what I was playing back when this happened was Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Smash Melee, and
Oh shit, really?
uh, SNK. What's it called? SNK. Like, what's it called? Capcom vs. SNK, the first one.
Chaos, I think.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
or,
first one.
or, or CVS one or SNK
CVS
was.
one, CVS one. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Uh, so when I came across it, I was like, oh, this one looks cool. So let me see what it is. And what got me hooked was that Hayao parries the Chun-Li's SA2 and then does Gigas between after the first rep.
Mhm.
And then he wins the match pretty much. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, what game is this? It looks tight. Everything about it, like the music, the animation. The only thing that I recognized from the game was Chun-Li. I'm like, okay, it has to be I mean, it has to be a Street Fighter game because that's Chun-Li.
Yeah.
But I don't know who the hell is the other character. Like, who the hell is Hugo? Like, I've never heard of this character. So at that point, I was like, okay, let me search. Let me see what it is. And then at this point, it was like, oh crap, there was a Third Strike. There's a Street Fighter 3, and like I wasn't even aware of it. And then after that, I was like, okay, where can I play it? And then that's when I realized, oh, they released it on the Dreamcast, and then the 15th anniversary collection was about to come out when when I found out about the game. So as soon as the 15th anniversary came out, I bought it and then I started playing it on the Xbox. That's when I actually started getting into it. But before then, there was no way to play it because emulation wasn't even done yet. They
Yeah.
hadn't even made it possible to emulate. Which actually, that's another like story I can tell later on about when it first got emulated. When it first got emulated, everybody was like, "Holy shit!" Like, dude, like come over to my place. You won't believe what's gonna happen. Blah blah blah. You know, like, dude, you can play Third Strike. I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, you play on the console. Like, no, dude, like, you can emulate it now. You don't have to like go to the arcade or have a console. I'm like, what? Yeah, that's another thing, dude. Like, when it first got emulated, everybody was playing that. Like, I was personally playing the game for like uh 5 hours once it got emulated because I just wanted to like play as much as I could because otherwise, the only way you could play was, of course, console or arcades. But
Mhm.
here in Houston, we only had like one place that had Third Strike back then. But yeah, that's how I found out about Third Strike the first time was Hayao, and after that, I pretty much started figuring out where could I play it, who was playing it. That's when I actually came across. I don't know if you guys know about Planet Zero
Yeah, PZ. Yeah.
or
Yeah.
yeah, PC, yeah,
Yeah.
Planet Zero, yeah, which was that was our arcade like previously, and but for me it was really far. It was way too far for me, so I could only go like a few times out of the month, and that's when I actually started figuring out what was a Japanese stick, what was Sangwa, and I was like, I didn't realize that there was actual different calves because all I was playing since Mexico was American style calves.
Mhm.
So I saw a Japanese calf for the first time, I was like, wow, dude, this is like superior. Like, why are we playing
Yeah.
American sticks? But I mean, I get it, dude. Like with Marvel vs. Capcom 2, it does feel better with American sticks, I think.
Yeah. That's.
But anyways, um,
Yeah.
yeah, but anyways, yeah. So once I found out what PC was, then I started going there, and then that's when I met everyone. That's where I met what's his name? Jace. That's where I met Jace
Oh,
and
really? Okay.
Face.
Okay.
Yeah, and no, they were the guys who were running the place back in the day. They were the guys who were like, "Oh man, you need to beat these guys. You need to beat them." Um, but back then, dude, now they're nice. It's nice Jace and nice Face right now. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, they're,
Yeah.
they're the nice ones. But back
Yeah.
then, they were like, they were rude as hell. Not like outside. I'm talking about in the game. In the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the game. Okay, yeah, Face is hearing. Okay, not
Yeah.
outside the game. I'm talking about in the game. Like they would just go. Like they would go in. Now, but yeah, that's where I met Jace and Face and everybody else who was playing the game back then, and it was a really eye-opening experience because before then, all I was playing competitively was Melee and Marvel's Capcom 2,
Mhm.
and we had a big community for that. Like you could hit up anyone for Melee, and you could go anywhere to play Melee. And Marvel's Capcom 2, you would just go to like any mall around the area, and there was someone playing Marvel's Capcom 2 on the cabs, on the
Yeah.
tilts. Yeah, we always have someone playing. But for Third Strike, uh, I didn't know anyone, or there was a really small community compared to like other games. So once I found out who was playing, then I started telling my friends over here, like, hey, whenever you go, give me a ride. And then I started picking up the game more as much as I could. It got to the point where I bought those crappy, I don't know if you guys remember the crappy Pelican arcade
I had
sticks.
a Pelican. Yeah. Yeah. I had a
Yeah,
Pelican.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That it had like the resting pad for your hand and
Yep.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, dude, those were rough, man.
Yeah.
They're so rough. Yeah,
When
but yeah,
when you
I
were
even
playing
picked one
on
of those up.
when you were playing on console, were you playing like on Xbox Live? Because I think 15th had online, right?
Oh yeah, no, dude. Like I didn't know what to do. Like I didn't realize you had to pay for the service, so I never bought it.
Yeah.
But looking at it back, I'm glad I never did because people were always saying, "Man, that it sucked. Like it
Mm.
wasn't good. Like it was like laggy, too
Yeah.
much delay, all kinds of stuff." Yeah. So I never did. I only started playing online once. Once GGPO and Bikeade 1 came up. Yeah, that's the only ones I started playing online because otherwise I didn't. I had to play offline otherwise. Yeah, that's the only way for me to play it. But yeah, that's pretty much how it started Third Strike.
I'm kind of painting a picture for me as far as the scene goes back then, because I was involved, not involved like as far as like Houston or anything goes, but like I'd read SRK and stuff when I was in high school, which is like around the like '06, '07 range. Like who were the big names back then? Because I remember like reading like Shin Chang, like Asian Hitler, like kind of these type of players down south, like but like who was the big dogs back then when it came to Third Strike at the arcades?
Okay, yeah, I'll be honest with you. Like my history with the community, like back then, I'm not a good historian. Just because, like I said, I didn't really know anyone,
Hmm.
and I didn't really travel to tournaments back then. Like I just didn't have a car,
Yeah.
so it was kind of hard for me. And I was still more of a melee player back then,
Oh
so
shit.
my game was still melee, the main one.
Who'd you main in Melee? I gotta ask. I gotta ask.
No,
Bro.
wait, hold on. Before you answer, so
Uh,
Caesar asked me to guess his character in Melee, and I guessed correctly. So can
Yeah,
Ray
he
guess?
did guess correctly. Yeah, he did guess correct. And I
Ah,
guess his
fuck.
correctly because
He
I'm
did.
like,
He did.
dude, yeah, yeah, he did guess correct.
I want to say
Yeah.
Bowser, but Bowser sucks so much ass.
Ah, dude,
Like,
yeah, hell no. That
uh,
didn't touch that fucking character, dude. Hell
so
no.
so probably like Falcon. I want to say maybe.
That was one of my characters. Yeah,
Okay,
you're
okay,
pretty close. Yeah, that was one.
okay,
That was like my third character. Yeah.
okay. Ganondorf then probably, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Falcon.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, there
yeah,
you go,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. My main was Ganondorf, secondary was Luigi, and then my third one was Falcon. Yeah,
Ouija, dude. Ouija. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, dude.
we were at it was at Kagus,
Mm.
and Caesar's like, "Oh, guess who I played?" And I was like, "Ganondorf." He's like, "Yeah, no, that's right." And I said, "Guess who I played?" He's like, "Marth." And I said, "Yeah, of course I fucking
You
played
played
Marth."
Marth. Yep, yep. You
Of
Yeah, I
were.
was like,
course.
of course you would play Mario. I was like, who else? Why would you play anybody else?
Yep.
Yeah,
Shit, were you
but
here at Kagus when we busted out Melee? Did that happen?
no,
No, no.
Okay.
I was there when we were playing. You guys were playing dice,
Oh
and
yeah.
and I had a run, and I had a run. Yeah,
Yeah, we get
that's
too
when I got.
fucked up here sometimes, and it's like, all right, let's play Melee, boys. Like, let's put it
That's
on.
when I
And it's
first got introduced to Demon Toy.
Demon Toei, dude. Demon
Demon
Toei.
Toy.
All right, so
But
you're so you started playing online. When did I wasn't even like around back then. When did Fightcade 1 come out? Like when was that kind of like the era of that coming out?
oh man, I can't remember even what year, but I mean, I remember what I was saying earlier. I remember when emulation became available. It was Final Burn Alpha. That was the first emulator that could run it. And I remember when it happened, my friend was like, "Hey, let's go over to his house, my friend's house." And I was like, "Why? What's going on?" He's like, "Oh, we can play Third Strike. Like it's emulated now." And once we messed with it, we're like, "Damn, dude! Like we can actually play it anywhere. Like, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean by anywhere? Like I can bring a laptop and play it, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what we meant. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But just the fact that we could just boot it up anytime was game changer for us, because that means that if we wanted to just boot it up and do a save state or boot it up and then just practice at one thing, we could do it now, right? Like it was easier than having to find a copy of the game,
Mhm.
console, and all that, right?
Yeah.
So
Leave it-
once we did that, yeah.
Well, even then for like
Um,
Xbox like 15, there wasn't a lot of stick options back then, dude. Like it was
No, dude,
rough.
it's
It was rough. Yeah.
unless you had money and you knew who to talk to, then you would import a Japanese stick, right?
Yeah, I got the
'Cause-
Tekken 5 for PS2, and that was like a game changer for me. Like that was like the only
Yeah,
stick available at the time. It was either that or like a X Arcade or some shit like that.
yeah. I don't think I think people. Well, I don't think it's a forget that, but people like I might sound like such a boomer, dude, but
Mhm.
like the newer fighting game players, they don't have idea how easy they have it with like a hardware.
Mhm.
Because back then, dude, like you to get a arcade. I mean, there were options, but for you to get an arcade stick, you had to know someone either in Japan or someone who was traveling to Japan,
Mhm.
and then buying the stick, and then either they bring it back, or you had to know someone in Japan and someone who would ship it to you,
Yeah,
just so you could get an authentic, Sangwa stick or Hori stick, right?
yeah. Well,
Um,
I remember on SRK too. Like there was like a custom made like arcade stick like thread, right?
oh yeah, oh yeah, dude.
I remember trying to convince my mom like, hey, let's send this guy like on the internet $300, and he's gonna send me a fucking arcade stick so I can play that. She's like, what,
Yeah,
$300
actually,
for a fucking arcade stick? No.
I'm glad you brought that up because yeah, that reminds me that during those times, yeah, the custom arcade sticks was like the thing. That
Yeah.
was the thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, everyone was like spending money on that because yeah, like I said, the only way for you to get a Japanese stick was to like go through like a bunch of hoops. Things or hurdles just to get one, right? So
Yeah.
at the end, I think people were just saying, "I'm just gonna buy a custom one," right?
Yep.
And I remember like the Birdo sticks from the SRK forums and all that, and um, everyone that I knew that was playing fighting games that had an arcade stick, it was always custom. It was always a custom one. It was only the few people that either were balling or they knew someone that had the
Yep.
authentic Japanese ones, right? And for them, and like for back then, that was a flex, right? I
Mm.
was like, damn, dude, this is an authentic one, dude. I was like, holy shit, dude. Like, I bet you play Godlike on this, right?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, yeah, man, but just don't be rough with it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause yeah. I remember like back then for me, the one I wanted to get was the Sangwa. I'm sorry, the Hori with the Sangwa buttons. It was the Hori special edition, which is the one with the blue Sangwas and then the metal panel
Yeah.
on
The metal
top.
panel. Yeah.
Yeah, and for me that was like my dream stick. I always wanted it, but once I found out how much it was and how much it was to try to get it shipped and all that, I was like, I'm just gonna stick to the Pelican for now. I
Yeah.
was like, I
And
have
it
to,
was more
dude.
than a
Yeah,
console, dude. It was like more than a console at that point.
it
Yeah.
was, dude. It was like
Yeah.
$400 just to
Yeah.
get it,
And
and
like
that's if you got lucky.
And like now I'm like walking around Best Buy and I'm like, oh fuck, there's like a Hori
Yeah,
fighting
now
stick
you
there.
can just
You just go
go,
down and grab one, like no big deal.
yeah,
Yeah,
marketplace or what's it called? Or like just go to the website itself or the
yeah,
manufacturer now, right? Now you
yeah,
can just buy and you'll be like, oh, I don't like this and get another one, right?
yeah,
But back then it's like, oh man, oh that was the other thing, dude. If you got the custom one made and if it didn't come out like you wanted or you didn't like it,
hmm
uh, like you had to go back and forth with the person who made it for you and be like, oh man, can you fix it? And a lot of times it was, I remember reading a lot of threads about things going sour because either the build came out too bulky for them or
yeah.
they were saying that the artwork didn't look right. Yeah, it was funny, dude. Like the whole time about getting custom sticks just to play on PS2 and all that. Yeah, it was interesting. I wish these Shoryuken forums were archived somewhere
Yeah.
because there was a lot of funny stuff in there.
They
Yeah.
are, right? Isn't there an show you can archive?
I don't know.
Uh,
I don't
I
know.
thought there was, but I personally don't know of one.
It's like super combo. I think I'll try to find it after this
Link that shit,
podcast.
Lance.
But yeah,
Funny story about the custom arcade sticks, and we'll move on. A local buddy here, Johnny Matrix. I'm not sure if you know Johnny or not. He used to be a custom stick builder there on like SRK, right? And he would always be like, "Dude, it was the fucking worst because I'd have to go down to Kinkos and like they'd send me like some uber weeb shit, like fucking big tittied, fucking anime girls or whatever. And then I'm in fucking I'm in Kinkos, right, with like this artwork, like, oh, I need this printed, and they're like, what the fuck is this? What do you mean that you need this printed? And he's like, I build arcade sticks. Like, he's trying to explain himself why he needs this printed and what size it is and everything. And they're just like, sure, dude, whatever. I'll print your fucking little cartoon girls or whatever. So I remember Matrix telling me that. Like,
Yeah, yeah, dude. It was funny trying to explain to people like, so what, like, what's with the artwork on it, right? Like, oh, it's from this obscure thing and all that.
yeah,
And dude, I saw some WoW sticks. I saw some WoW sticks back then too, dude.
hell yeah.
Because I think we were in a era where like nobody was caring, right? It's like, oh, you saw my own arcade stick. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Like I get it, yeah. I thought about buying. I actually did buy my own custom one, but uh, I should have known better to go with who I went with because when I bought it, it only worked for like 3 months and then it stopped working. Yeah, so I'm like, I fell for it too, dude. Like it was a bunch of scammers there too during that era, dude.
Yeah.
Now I'm not saying that doesn't happen today, but back then it was like a bunch of that stuff. Because everybody was just trying to get a stick however they could, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm just trying to play. Like I can play pad.
Yeah.
Of course, like most people were playing pad, I think back then. But if you could get an arcade stick, you would be like, oh, dude, like I'll pay. A lot of people were like, I'll pay what I need to get one, right?
Yeah. Well, I remember
Like I
trying
even
to, like, I tried to
Uh-huh.
enter a tournament one time, like, and I played PS2 pad when I first started, and I tried to go to a tournament, and I was like, oh, this is on Arcade Cab. I'm like, well,
Mhm.
what the fuck am I doing with this thing? Like, where do I
Yeah.
plug this in at? Like,
Where do
no,
I
you got to
plug
play
it
a
in?
stick, and then I was like, all right, well, now I got to buy one because I don't know what
Yeah.
I can't even play in the tournament anymore, dude. So, yeah. So did you go straight to Hugo when you first started the game, or what?
Yeah. That's a funny. I mean, funny story at least to me was I didn't play any grapplers before.
Mm.
I was never really a grappler player, for at least with all the games that I played. Uh, Hugo is my first like main character that I played as a grappler. That was my first grappler character. When I finally got my hands on Third Strike, and then I realized, oh shit, his moves are circles. Like, how the fuck you do that? Like, how do
Yeah,
you do a circle? Like, it
yeah,
doesn't make sense to me. Like, I'm here doing it, and he keeps jumping, and I'm like, dude, how are you supposed to do this? It doesn't make sense.
yeah.
Like you jump. That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. So, and I didn't know anyone who played a grappler either, dude. Everybody was playing either Ken or some Shoto or some other shit. Even
Yeah.
my friend Suavion, who was the guy who was like the guy who introduced me to the games, he was like, you know what? I don't even know myself. Like I play Ken, dude. So I just show you everything that comes to my like within my within my range. So I and when I saw Gigas, I'm like, how are you supposed to land Gigas? That doesn't make sense. Two full circles, like
Yeah.
how? So for me, it was just like, dude, this is stupid. It doesn't make sense. Like I got mad. I was mad. I was just frustrated because I couldn't figure out. So I messed with the character. I tried to play him a lot, and once I figured out that doing circle was hard, I was like, man, fuck this character. So yeah, yeah. The first time I played, I was like, I'm not playing this character. He's stupid. I was like, that guy who made Hugo look cool. I guess he's good, but I can't do this shit with this character. So I switched to Akuma,
Oh shit.
and
Okay.
Akuma was my first real character when I picked up Third Strike. Because I was, like going back to combovideos.com, you will see all those cool combo videos from the game, right?
Yeah.
And you'll be like, oh my God, that shit looks so cool. Like now they look like basic combos, right? So I switched to Akuma, and Akuma was the one that I played for like a full year. Every time we go to meetups or everything, I was playing Akuma. But then I was like, man, Akuma's health sucks, dude. Like he sucks. Like he gets really good damage, but I'm really bad at playing patient with the character, or I was still trying to figure things out, right? I still couldn't parry jumpings or lows.
Hmm.
I could barely, play footsies or whatever, right? So eventually I was like, you know what, dude? I'm just gonna go back to Hugo because I really want to learn the character because there was another guy. There was a big tournament that happened on PC where some guys from outside the city. I don't remember which one. I don't know. I don't want to say Dallas, but I know there was an outside city that came to Texas to play against us on
Hmm.
PC, and it was a big tournament for Third Strike, and there was a Hugo player there, and he was really good. And I would just see him, turn the stick really fast. And I was like, "Oh shit!" So okay, so you can do it. You just have to do like a certain way, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I tried to talk to the dude, but I never got the chance to talk to him to explain to me how to do it. But I had an idea, right? I was like, okay, let me go back. Let me actually try this time. So I kept playing. I try to, mess around because there was no guys. There was no way to tell you, oh, you got to do it this way.
Hmm.
Or SRK was your way to figure out things out, right?
Yeah.
And you had to go through like several threads and ask a certain dude
Yeah.
or look at the certain post, right, to tell you where or how to figure shit out, right? It's not like today now that you can just put up a video anywhere or just ask someone in a group on Facebook group or whatever, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you do it this way, right?"
Yeah.
Back then, yeah. So eventually, I went back and I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm actually gonna try with this character." So eventually, once I figure out how to 360, I was like, "Okay, all right, I'm good. I'm actually gonna try with this character." And then the worst thing about that was that you get your ass beat like so easily, right? You're like,
Yeah.
man, you have no idea how many times I wanted to switch to another character again, which brings me like which is something that I have thought about doing several times too. Uh, because you're like, man, why am I struggling with this shit, right? Like, why am I struggling with this character? Like, I have other characters that could do way better with less effort, right? But I was like, no, I'm gonna stick to it, dude. I'm gonna stick to it. I gotta do that godlike shit like Hayao did. I gotta do it. I gotta do it somehow. Yeah, but eventually I I got everything to where I was thinking. At least when I picked when like back in my younger self, I was thinking, okay, I think I can play with this character. I think I'm good, right? Like I started every time we go into the arcade, I would play Hugo. I would ask the guys over there, like, hey, how can I parry? When should I parry? You know, the usual questions, right? When you
Yeah.
start picking up a game, like why can I not punish this, or like why is it so hard to parry this, stuff like that. But eventually, once I landed my first gigas on someone, like legit gigas, I was like, oh man, this is tight, dude. Like, okay, I had to stick with this character now. I have to stick with it, dude. Dude, landing gigas is addicting, dude.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like you're amazing at the game when you land that shit, dude. It's addictive. I don't know how to explain it, dude. Like it's like I don't know. Think about the hardest shit that you can do with Yun,
Yeah.
and then you're like, man, hell yeah, dude, I got those, right?
I still
So
don't
that's
got
how
this.
Gigas
I
is.
still don't got
Ray,
I still don't got
Ray,
that.
Ray doesn't got those.
He hasn't got to
No, he
the
does
No.
not.
damn.
No, I mained Hugo like when I was in high school. I think I went to like I watched the Hayao footage from SBO when it was like
Hmm.
Hayao and Kuroda, and then like I've seen in like grand finals versus KO and them, and like he would red parry the Yun target combo into 720. And I remember being like, oh, I think I can fucking do that. So I just went to training mode and like practice like throw fireball, parry, gigas. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I can do this. Like I can win. I'm as good as Liao now. And I went to like my first tournament and I was like, oh, this character fucking sucks. Like I can't. I'm helpless half the fucking time. And I played through that tournament and I dropped Hugo immediately after that. And was like, yeah, not for me.
Damn, dude.
Not for me. Not for me. So
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like it's rough. Once you
mm,
actually like started going and playing with people, you're like, man, yeah, this character, he's not that good, dude. It's like, why would you do that, dude? Why would you put yourself through it? But um, at least for me, like the best way I can explain it was I like the character because I like everything about the character. Okay, um, like I said, going back to the video that I saw,
mm,
is everything about what happened during the video was just it was in a way mesmerizing to me because I was like, holy shit, like I never seen anything like this, right? I was like parries, uh, the supers, the music, the sound effects. I was like, man, this game looks tight. Like, what is
mm,
it, right? So for me, like, once I actually started playing with Hugo, I was like, okay, the character is actually fun, but it's actually not just that, but for me was everything about the character, like the animations, the move, the sound effects, the damage, um, the way it feels when you win with the character, um, you know, the way you gotta play the game, like it makes you think in a different way when you're playing the character. Everything about the character is why I like it. But whenever you land like an SPD, or whenever you land claps, if you get that like like
yeah, yeah.
whenever it hit, right? You like you feel it, right? You feel that hit, right? So I just I know I keep saying the same thing, but once you start playing it, you know what I mean, right? Like
Mm.
you get SPDs, Gigas, um, you get a godlike read with a backbreaker, a read with a wake up SPD, wake up Gigas, stuff like that, right? Yeah, everything about it, dude. Everything about it was just that made me me really like the character. Like I don't feel that same like satisfaction. I guess that's the way to say it, like
Mm.
satisfaction about winning as I did with Hugo. Maybe Urian when you do like cheap ass unblockables and you're like, hell yeah, dude, I'm cheap as fuck, hell yeah. But with Hugo, it's just really rewarding, dude. It's really rewarding with when you play the character and you get the shit that you wanted, exactly like you wanted, like those reads and all that, and that's really what it is, dude. It's just I would just say to people like who want to play them, just give it a go, and you'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean once you start like having those good reads and SPDs and backbreakers and all that. Yeah, it's addicting. It's not a good addicting feeling, but because at the end of the day, you're like, man, I should have won that, right, or some shit like that, right? You always have that the feeling, or like, man, if I had a better character, I would have done that shit easy, right? Yeah, because sometimes I feel that way. I was like, man, I should like. Sorry guys, but even I sometimes think like, man, if I had a better character, I would have beat this dude easy, man, or some shit like that, you know? Yeah, but that's just saltiness talking. Yeah. But
Yeah. So
yep.
so and so here's a question. I know you've been talking about Hugo, and Hugo's kind of an uphill battle the whole way, but you feel so rewarded when you land something big with him. Now, do you feel that it's important to like have to develop your third strike skill, not just your Hugo skill, because I've played your side characters and they're like very difficult. Like you're not like a guy who's like, oh, I can just play Hugo and no one else. Like you're Urian, great. Ken,
Alex,
pretty yeah,
Alex, Alex,
good.
Alex.
And yeah, and then I was gonna save the best for last. SA1 Alex,
Alex.
which yeah, we played like I think we were playing like Texas Showdown, and me and Yuki are just like fucking counterpicking Caesar, and he's just beating us with SA1
Yeah.
Alex. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So yeah, like your third strike skill, I think is actually really high. What's the relationship with that as far as your Hugo play goes?
Oh man, honestly, dude, the only reason why I picked up Urian was because some matches were just too hard. As a Hugo player, they're so hard, dude. It's just like they almost feel unwinnable, right? So for me, like personally, for me, I just hit a wall that I just felt like I personally couldn't overcome on certain matchups. So
What are those
that
matchups? Like which ones?
like for me, like some matchups that I cannot play as Hugo, that I just need to play with like either Alex or Urian. It's gonna
Mm.
be Necro, Elena SA3.
Mm.
SA1 and SA2 are still okay, but SA3 is like forget about it, dude.
Mm.
Like that shit feels like A2 sometimes, and that just depends how the Elena's playing. But that is like I rather just avoid it, so I don't want to play that. The next one will be okay. So Necro, Elena SA3. Sometimes I'll say Ryu when they're playing SA3 Ryu.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're playing like really keep away-ish, then yeah, I'll play Urian. And the other one will be let me see. I think those are it, dude. I think those will be the three main ones. Everything else, I think. Oh, and Remy.
Sure.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Remy. Yeah, and that's like I said, it depends how the Remy's playing. The Remy's playing like super keep away. Then yeah, I'll just play what you call Iren or Alex. But outside of that, I'll play Hugo with like against any other matchup.
That's so crazy
Yeah.
too, because those are all like towards the bottom half of the
Yeah, that's
cast,
what I was
right?
thinking.
Like,
He's not saying like,
yeah,
oh, I have to counterpick Chun, Yun, and Ken with
kind
this. I gotta counterpick Remy and
yeah.
Necro and
Yeah, it's like I said, it just depends how they're playing. It's just that like super keep away-ish,
Mm-hmm.
it sucks, right? It
Mhm.
really sucks. So I think with Necro is that if they really know what they're doing, dude, once you have SA1, you're like, holy shit, dude, like I can't really do anything, right? Yeah, you can't really do anything because uh all they're doing is just waiting and for you to jump or
Yeah,
just
yeah.
keep poking you, right? Yeah. But outside of that, dude, yeah, I think every other matchup I can play with Hugo. Uh, for example, like I personally feel I don't know what you think, Lance, but I personally feel that Chun-Li versus Hugo is more favorable like for the character than Chun-Li versus Urian. I feel like Chun-Li versus Urian, that shit sucks, dude. Like I can play neutral. Like
Sure.
I personally can play neutral. Like Hugo versus Chun, you can play neutral, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
his buttons are not bad. You can actually play
Sweep,
like
stand
footsies,
strong.
right? You can play
Yeah.
footsies. But with Urian, like Chun-Li just fucks his buttons all the time.
Hmm.
Um, and I just don't think they're that good against her. So for me, I feel like I end up just either going for tackle random ages to try to do something on that
Mm-hmm.
matchup, or eventually she puts me in the corner really quick. So for example, those matchups, I would never play Urian. I would just stick to Hugo because I just think that it makes more sense to play Hugo versus Chun than Urian versus Chun. Yeah, just because the footsie game just is completely different. And maybe someone else can maybe prove me wrong, but I feel like that matchup just is ass for Urian. Just because I feel like I just have to throw some shit out and see if something happens, right? But with Hugo is just like, oh well. I mean, like you've seen it with several times, right? We're just gonna go back and forward and see who's gonna press the first button and stuff like that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
And that
sense.
Yeah. So I don't know how you feel about that matchup, but yeah, I feel like it's not good for Urian, dude.
Yeah, so I think like Yuki described once, he was like, so there's this interesting dynamic between Chun-Li and Urien, right? There's like this paper rock scissors in the mid screen with like Chun-Li will back fierce and then Urien will sweep it, and so Chun-Li will like torch roundhouse, and then Urien will chop it. The problem with all that is that eventually Chun-Li just realizes she can walk back low medium kick, and that's just the end of the matchup. Like there's Urien has nothing that beats that move.
No,
Yeah, so in terms of
no,
neutral, it's like okay, that's just the end. There's no rock paper scissors anymore. It's just Chun
no.
Li decides to fucking whiff low medium kick over and over, and then yeah,
Yeah,
Yuri just prays he can get a tackle.
yeah. It beats everything. It beats everything that Yun
Yeah,
does.
yeah, it
You
does,
can't
it
do
does.
anything about it, dude. You just like you gotta take it. Like
Yeah,
with Hugo, like if you play it right, you can clap it. You can clap that
yeah,
fucking move. But with Urine, you're just like shit. Like let me just try to play wild and see what happens, right?
mhm,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And for Alex, dude, Alex, I just wanted to play the character. That's really it, dude. It was just that. I like the character. Like he's a cool character. He just sucks ass. That's all it is. Yeah, but he's
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, and Stake One is just because I like to do power bomb. That's it, dude. That's really it, dude. There's no other reason, dude. Like everybody keeps telling me play SA2. I'm like, I know, dude. I know it's the better super, but I don't get that satisfaction when I land it. Okay,
What about
but that's
the
really it, dude.
what about the Hugo Yun matchup? Because I can tell you as a Yun, it's fucking exhausting, bro. Everyone's like Yun just dominates Hugo, and I'm like, go play Caesar and tell me like that. I mean, Yun does win. I will say that, but like it takes fucking forever, dude. Like, and I feel like I can't ever get in, like build meter. Like it seems very difficult. How do you feel about the Yun matchup as Hugo?
Uh, it it's gonna come down to how the young plays.
Hmm.
Because if the young likes to go in, no matter what, then I'm like, okay, it's not so bad. But if you're just playing keep away and building bar, then I'm like, shit, you're like,
Hmm.
that's gonna suck, dude. That's not gonna be good. That's not gonna be fun. Um, because Young really doesn't have to go in if he doesn't want to. He can actually just stay at a distance where he can play footsies with you. And
Hmm.
he can actually he can play footsies pretty well with against Hugo. Or just build bar and then go in once he has Ganinjin, right? Or
Hmm.
the super pretty much. Um, but the thing is that of course like the once you have the super you like I hope you know what you're doing because if not I'm gonna parry something
Hmm.
and then I'm gonna punish you for it. Because there's every young, and I don't. I mean, at least from what I've seen, when young players play, they start activation a certain way, right? Each person likes has their own like their way to like to activate SA3, right? Or they like to pull a center situation to start SA3, right?
Hmm.
uh, if I figure that out, then I can start going like, oh, okay, I think I know what I have to go to start pairing or start punishing something, right? But if the Yun is just, oh, I'm just gonna sit back, you gotta have to chase me, I don't
Hmm.
care, I'm just gonna have to chase me all the time. Oh, I have SA3, I'm gonna go in, and he's mixing it up every time. Then I'm like, damn, dude, that sucks. Dude. Yeah, that's not gonna be favorable, dude. If the Yun plays that way, it feels like it's 7-3. When they don't play that way, it's like 6-4.
Hmm.
It's not too bad, but when they play that way, it really sucks, dude. Because all you're doing is chasing all the time.
Yeah.
And there are certain setups that not setups, but certain um what you call it well, I guess yeah, it should be setups that are like when you're trying to jump into a yun,
Hmm.
they can what's that move? The one that he goes like this, that
Dekai.
he has like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that
Dekai.
heavy? Is that heavy punch?
Yeah.
Or what?
Towards heavy punch. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you jump a certain way, like the jump can hit you like with the back one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, dude, and it beats everything that I throw. Like he beats it, and he's safe on it. I'm like, dude, that's some bull. Dude, like you can't do anything but take it. Yeah,
Yeah. That's
and
y'all's
if
problem.
I remember correctly, I think that's almost safe. I think, or just jump away. You have to guess if he's gonna dive kick or not.
Hmm.
Yeah, it sucks when they're playing people when they're just stuck in SA3. That's when I think it's really hard to win the matchup. At that point, it's you just pray and get a Giga somewhere.
Well, that's
Because
a
otherwise, yeah, the life lead is gonna suck.
well, that's my thing. Like, especially like playing like your caliber Hugo. It's like if I go into the third round and they have Gigas, like it's rough, right? Like, make one decision, I die like easily.
Yeah,
Cause like when you're that caliber Hugo, it's like, oh, I fucked up. I hit a a random button here. He parried 720 rounds over because like yeah, it's just so hard to like actually approach with Grenadian once like I'm playing that caliber Hugo, I guess I should say. So
Yeah, that's what I mean by how is it that you're going in? You as I mean, you as the young player,
mm,
you have to keep in mind about your spacing, right? And risk and reward type of thing, right?
mm,
The thing about it with SA3 is that you you have more advantage at any point in me because, right, like everything you do has priority and it's better startup and everything, right? So here's when you have to like think like what can I do to decrease my chances of getting caught with a gigas, right? That's
mm,
how you should be thinking about it because when you have SA3, the only thing I'm thinking here is like uh I'm like, okay, eventually he's gonna start doing a pattern, some pattern here. Like,
mm,
like spamming like crouching low kick into jab or something, right? When like
mm.
I notice that happens, right? So eventually I'm here thinking like either you're gonna go for it again, I'm gonna go for a parry, or there's gonna be a point where you get pushed back so far that I can gigas off the whiff.
Okay,
So
okay.
you have to think, you personally have to think, okay, where at what point do I have to mix it up, or what do I have to do here to not get so predictable, right? Because the worst thing you can do as a young player is get predictable with your SA3. Once
Mm,
you get predictable with that, like I know how to stop it. Okay,
mm,
that's the thing about a good Canadian player. They know how to mix it up every time, or they know what not to do to get caught by a parry into something. So you just have to keep an open mind about like maybe I shouldn't do this too much when I have SA3, or uh, maybe I should just chill, not activate it, and stuff like that. But yeah, just keep in mind about how not to be predictable. That's really what it is. Once you become predictable with SA3, then yeah, it's not as scary. It
mm,
really isn't because yeah, I know what you're gonna do. So when I'm gonna be scared of you pressing the same button, right? I just have to
mm.
block, or just waiting, and when you're gonna try to grab, do an SPD or Gigas. But if you're just gonna be keep awaying and pressing buttons and not going in, then I'm gonna be like, man, you fucking suck, dude. You suck, dude. You scumbag, dude. Get out of here, dude. You fucking
Yeah.
scumbag. Yeah. It's like I said, it just depends how they play, dude. It always gonna come down how they play. It really
Mm,
is. That's how the Hugo matchups are gonna be. There's only a few that is not that way just because the character is super limited. With Alex, like for example, Alex, he can try to keep away, but since I have better footsies, eventually I feel like I'm gonna win the matchup no matter what.
mm,
So eventually he has to go in. So I'm like, the matchup always comes down to who has better reactions or who has better guesses on wake up. That's really what it's gonna come down to. Because otherwise, I'm a big on footsies probably, which is another matchup that I keep going back and forth with KD. No, not with KD. I'm sorry, with No, actually, yeah, we did have discussion. We had a discussion about like how does the Hugo and Alex matchup feel, and and it was with Haas too. With Haas,
mm,
like how do they feel about the matchup with Alex? And I personally feel that it's somewhat even because like food seed wise, Hugo's better.
mm.
But I feel that once Alex can trip Hugo, like if Alex knows how to keep their momentum, it can be kind of hard to stop an Alex from going into like going in because with good spacing and good jump ins, then yeah, it can be a bit hard for the Hugo to try to tell him to back off, right?
Mhm.
But on the neutral, it's like, oh, dude, yeah, I'm just gonna keep slap or medium, crunchy medium, stuff like that.
Well, I remember when
So
they won those. What was it like the first attempts a few years ago, and like one of them
yeah.
was like Hayao versus Skinky, and I was like, oh,
Oh
and
yeah,
I was
dude.
like, oh, these are two of my favorite players. Like this matchup's gonna be fucking sick. I can't wait to watch it. And I got like 3 rounds in or 3 matches in, and was like, this sucks, bro. I'm turning this shit
Yeah,
off.
it does. Yeah, it does suck. That's actually another matchup that I personally don't like playing either
Hmm.
because I don't think I'm not that good at it.
Hmm.
Because once the Alex starts pressuring me, I'm like, ah, shit, dude. Like, I need to figure out where I can like do something to try to stop him. But that's a good example actually that you brought that up because Hayao won that I think 10-5 or 10-6, I
Hmm.
think. And yeah, you start seeing how Alex starts falling off after like long sets.
Yeah.
But on the early sets, you're like, oh shit, right? Like you're kind of more even. So like on tournament scenario where it's like 2 out of threes,
Mm-hmm.
Alex is not so bad, right? Like, cause unless you catch on really quick on what he's doing, he can blow you up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I personally like to call Alex this scrub killer because like if you don't know what you're doing on the game, Alex can beat you really, really, really quick, right? Like a few jump ins, grabs, and he stuns you, right? So that's why I'm feeling that on tournament scenario, like Alex versus Hugo is like somewhat evenish because
Mm-hmm.
each Alex plays like a certain way until like a long set where like whatever tricks they had pretty much go away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're like already know what you're gonna do here. Like what's it called? Yeah, going back to the set you said, you can start telling like certain tricks just don't work anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to rely on footsies, and his footsies are not
They
good, dude.
they don't exist. Yeah.
No, no, they don't, dude. Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
All right. So
But
I think we kind of got
yeah,
into this earlier, but like, have you ever considered like fully switching from Hugo to another character? Like, have you ever just been like, "Fuck it, I'm done with this. Like, I'm just gonna switch to a
Yeah,
different character."
yeah. Several times I thought about just switching to full man Urian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, full man Urian. Yeah. Just because the character, I mean, it is better than Hugo, but if you play that character, if you want to play him like at a high level, you have to play that character and no one else, though. Like you have to just play that character, because you know you have to learn setups and all and all that shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I was like, I don't think I want to put my whole time in just this one character either, because I still like playing Hugo.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's several times, dude. I mean, after tournaments, several tournaments that I have gone, and I hate how I did. I was just thinking like, man, maybe I should just play Ken. Maybe I should just switch to Ken, or even Yun. But then, as soon as I said Yun, everybody was like, no, dude, don't do it, don't do it, because you have to you have to just play that character and no one else. Like legit, you cannot play any other character. You just have to stick to that character and learn everything about the character, because you know it has so many specific things. Each character has a different optimal combo and all that kinds of
Mm.
shit. So yeah, they were like, "No, don't do it, dude. For your own mental health, don't do it." And yeah, so I was like, "Okay, I guess I'll maybe play Ken."
Mm-hmm.
And Ken is fun, dude. I see I understand why people play that character. That character's really
He's got everything,
really
dude.
fun, dude.
Everything.
He's
Like,
got everything, dude.
right?
But the thing about it is that um you can either play hella lane or play rushdown,
Mm-hmm.
or you can play however you want to. Like that character allows you to really play however you want. But he's really fun just because he has a show you, dude. He has a show you
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you can
yeah.
combo into his shit, dude. I was like, once I started playing Candid, I was like, I have a show you, dude. I have a reversal. Like I have a reversal. Like with Hugo, my reversals are either wake up Gigas or wake up Hammer Mountain, dude. That's those are my reversals. Like like SA3 for me, I was like, everybody kept telling me play SA3 with Hugo, and I said like, I get it, I get it. It is the better super.
Mm.
But like I'm such a scrub with that super that I was using it as a shoryu. Like every time like I felt like I was getting pressure, I would just wake up with it. Yeah. So I was like, that's my shoryuken, dude. So when I played Ken, I was like, man, this character is way too good. Like, why did I not start with this character? Why did I not start with this character? It's so fun. But but that actually brings me to another point. Like, if you're gonna pick up Third Strike, uh, I wouldn't start with Ken, dude, because you need to kind of know the advanced stuff as well before you can pick up Ken,
Oh, really?
because he has a lot of advanced stuff that you can only do once you start like you have been playing the game for quite a bit, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
you already have an idea how the game works, what can be done, what can't be done, stuff like that, right? So once I started picking up Ken, I was like, man, it's pretty fun, dude. Maybe I should just switch to this character, dude. And for a month, I was playing nothing but Ken. I was like, man, maybe I should just stick to this character, dude, and see how it goes. Then I played him on the tournament. I was like, man, it's not that easy. I was like,
Yeah.
it's not as easy as it sounds, dude. But I thought about it. I was like, nah, I'm just gonna stick to Hugo, dude. Screw it. I already have too much time into this character, dude. Yeah. But I thought about it several times. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Because it sucks, dude. Like, um, I think the times that make me think this way is when I lose in like big tournaments. Big
Mm-hmm.
tournaments that make you like where you lose where you thought you were gonna make it like better. It's where I feel like it gives you that feeling where like maybe I should just give up on this character, because I personally feel like, man, I thought I was gonna make it to top eight at least, or maybe I thought I was gonna make it farther, or man, maybe I thought I was gonna beat this guy or this player, right? And those losses were like, is when it made me just feel like, oh, I don't know why I'm sticking to this character. Like he's so hard, dude. Uh, I had thought about it several times, honestly. Like I think I lost count of how many times I actually thought about it, dude. Because it's really depressing sometimes, right? Because you're like, shit, man. Why does my character have such a huge hitbox, right?
Yeah.
Or like, why does my character not have a like a better dash or something, right?
Mhm.
Or why can't I do better combos and shit like that, right? Small stuff, right? That
Yeah.
eventually rubs you off the wrong way because you're here thinking like, man, if I had a better character, I could have done like this instead, right? But um, I don't know. I think it's just the like the love of the character I have at this point, and just that I put so much time into it that I don't think there's just no point switching anymore, right? Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know because I know a lot of people who are just like, man, my character sucks. I'm just gonna switch, right? I get it, right? Like it is easier once you start winning, right? Once you start winning, and you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep with this character, right? Once you notice the difference in results, it's easier to just go to the other character, right? But uh, when I was winning with Urian, when I was in my switch and I was noticing that I was doing better with Urian, I was like, oh man, yeah, like this is way better. It's cool, and he's fun too, but eventually there's a hate towards the character too, right?
Yeah.
That it was like, man, all you win is because of unblockables, right? Or some shit like that, right? So yeah, it's
I know.
like I would probably if I were to switch for sure, I would probably be Urian.
Really?
Yeah, I think it would be Urian for sure, but I still gonna just put him as my secondary for now. And just whenever, I mean, you see me play Urian on certain matchups. That's really all it is, right?
Hmm.
Because, for example, the last time I played Urine in tournament was against Juan
Hmm.
because he was playing SA3 Ryu,
Hmm.
and when he beat me on that one, damn dude, okay, I hope you don't mind me if I go into this,
Go for it.
but
Go for it. Go
when I
for it.
was
Yeah, we want to hear it.
when on the last Yassi final that I was at, which was the one on Dallas,
Hmm.
uh, I played Juan and I play Hugo first. And then I almost beat him with Hugo, but then I was like, damn, dude, this sucks, dude. Like I don't think I have the mental fortitude right now to stick with this. I was cracking under the pressure to be honest, dude. And also
Hmm.
because like we were there the whole day, right? So at a point you're just like mentally you're just like, damn, dude, I just want to get this over with, right?
Hmm.
So I was at that point where like, okay, let me just play Gurian and let me see if I do better. And I was doing better, but then eventually Juan like he pulled ahead he pulled a rabbit out of the hat and he beat me because I thought about for sure I thought I had him and he beat me and when he beat me I'm not gonna lie dude I was really really upset like I mean you saw me like I was really
Yeah.
upset because I was like fuck man I was like I didn't even make it to top 8 this weekend like I didn't even make it and I'm not gonna lie dude I was really really like disappointed
Hmm.
and all kinds of shit
Yeah.
uh that was another point where that's at that point it's when I was thinking like, man, maybe I should really just drop this character, dude. Like I don't even know why I'm doing this. Like why am I still picking with this character? Like if I can even crack top 8.
Hmm.
That's how I was thinking about it. Like if I can even crack top 8 with Hugo, so why am I even sticking with this fucking character, right? Like just fuck this shit. Like I don't get it. Um and yes, he was like, dude, like just just chill, man. Just maybe either play maybe you just have to switch to SA3 to like you have an easier time with SA3. But at that time, I mean, at that point, I wasn't really listening to anything because I was just upset, right? Because I was just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
man, like I don't want to hear anything right now, right? Like I'm just kind of annoyed by everything, right? Uh, and really, that's at a point when, like, at that point, I was for like, I really was serious about probably dropping Hugo because I was like, damn, like I don't think I'm getting any better results anymore. Uh, but I think I stepped back a bit and looked at the video a bit more, and I was like. Okay, I was just making really stupid mistakes. And I'm not trying to discredit Juan in any way because Juan is really good. Like he's
Yeah. Yeah.
really good. He always makes a comeback. Like he always makes comebacks. So I'm not saying I'm not discrediting him in any way. But looking back at it, I was like, shit, like I did some really stupid mistakes that cost me the match. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that um, if you feel like, maybe I wanted to switch my character, maybe just step back and see how you're playing, and maybe it's just not the character. Maybe you're just making mistakes that you
Mm.
shouldn't, like, yeah, you can avoid, right? Because uh, even if you switch to another character, if you still have the same thought process and you're still making the same habits, you still have the same habits, you're still gonna lose with the other character, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna improve you in any way. Because I've seen a lot of times, a lot of people are like, well, yeah, I have an easier time with this character, but you're still losing, but that's because you're still doing the same habits with the other one, right? You're still
Mm.
either going in when you don't need to or jumping in at spots that you don't have to and stuff like that. But yeah, dude, I think that was probably my lowest point in my whole Third Strike career per se. When I lost at that point on the Jazzy circuit, I think that was my lowest point. Yeah, I think at that point I was like, maybe I should just stop playing this game too, dude. It sucks. Yeah, I got messed up that day too, dude. I got super drunk, dude. That was the only way to ease the pain.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
I was just chugging them low stars, dude.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Official sponsor, by the way. So
Dude, if they
So
could
yeah,
sponsor me, dude, shit, that'd be awesome.
I
so
think that's so. So you talked about like, oh, I didn't even make top eight. So I've always felt like making top eight at Jazzy is very difficult. In general, regardless of what character you play, it's very difficult because everyone in top 16, regardless of how they got there, probably really good. And so I've always, like, if your goal is like to get to top eight, then you have to at least beat two people. Like even going 2-2, in this field of like there's 16 guys who are all really good. This is really difficult. Um, Especially for Hugo, especially when Hugo has a lot. I mean, you kind of covered this earlier a little bit. Because obviously, Hugo has bad matchups versus a lot of the top characters, right? Shun, Yun, Ken. Those are not winning matchups. And then Hugo has a lot of matchups where maybe they're not losing, but they're obnoxious, right? We're talking Denjin Ryu, Goki, Ibuki, I imagine. I don't know. I mean, you can let me know. These don't seem like fun matches to play, especially in tournament.
Yeah, 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 dude. You know, that thing you said about matchups and tournaments, dude. It's funny how the last time I was competitively like when I was actually going traveling a lot, it was like the year of the chun for me because I was just playing
Yeah.
chuns up the ass, dude. Like every time I would go, it was like at least three chuns I had to play every time, dude. At
Mhm.
that point, I was like, dude, I'm becoming a chun expert without trying, dude. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna know this matchup inside and out, and I think that is the matchup that I do know inside and out now because I play so many. But yeah, dude, there's some matchups that they're just not fun at all, dude.
Yeah.
Like on tournament, right? Chun versus Hugo. I mean, I play it. I mean, the only thing is, what mental state you're on when you play, right? Because if you're not mentally ready, then most likely you're just gonna throw the match because you have to be so patient, right?
Right.
Um, SA3 Ryu, that one, no matter what mental state I am, I'm already like dreading it, dude, because it's so easy to land SA3 on Hugo that you just feel sometimes you feel rough, I think. You're just like, God damn it, dude. Like I can't believe I got hit by that shit, dude. So and also just because his stun animation puts him on crouching state. So that really sucks, dude. Every time you get hit by that combo, you're like, God damn it, dude. Like it sucks. Um but regarding matchups, is yeah, no matter how many times you play certain matchups, they just don't get fun. For example, the one that I just never have fun, no matter how many times I played, is Makoto versus Hugo.
Sure.
That matchup I have fucking hated too, dude. That matchup is just not fun. No matter how many times you play, no matter who you play against, no matter what super they're playing, I hate that matchup, dude. Like I despise it because it's bad. It's a really bad matchup. Uh, if the Makoto is going in, 6-4. Makoto playing footsies, 7-3.
Mhm.
Makoto SA1, keep away, 7-3. Makoto keep away, SA2, uh, maybe 6-4, maybe 6-4, maybe. Uh, but if the Makoto is like likes to rush you, still you can still do something because you still pepper rock scissors, right? But if they're just playing footsies and running away, you're like, God damn it, dude. Okay, that's just not gonna happen, dude. That's 7-3 for sure. Even Hayao doesn't like that matchup. Hayao hates that matchup too. He thinks it's probably his worst one too.
Yeah.
The other one it's Dudley. Dudley versus Hugo. Man, that one sucks too, dude. It sucks. Sorry, I forgot about that. That's actually okay. Sorry, that's I can't believe I forgot that. That's the main reason why I switched to Urian. That's the main reason why I picked up
Is
Urian
Dudley?
because the Dudley matchup
Okay.
with S. It sucks. Like you can jump on the guy. If you try to play footsies, he doesn't have to press buttons. He has ridiculous damage. He's what you call it when you don't wake when you're trying when you're waking up. He has really good Oki, all kinds of shit, dude. He's just like, god damn it. Like, yes, he knows my hate for that character, dude. Like, I just can't stand Dudley, dude. Like, I don't care who I play against. I dread that matchup too, dude. Like, if it's a Dudley that is gonna play SA3 and they're playing really patient, and I'm like, shit, dude. I think I'm just gonna have to switch to Urian here because nothing's happening. I can't do anything, right? Because why would the character need to go in, right? Like he has good buttons to just chill, right? Uh, and that's one where maybe I'll switch to Urian instead of Hugo. Uh, and yeah, that's another one that no matter who I play, no matter who it is, I always gonna be like, man, I don't like this matchup, dude. They like I have played it several times and I'm never even after I win, I'm like, that was not pretty, dude. I'm not too happy about that win. Um, the other ones would probably be um, mm, maybe maybe against Necro SA1, but that's because it's more about if it frustrates you that you can get in more than anything, right? Because once you get in, you're like, oh hell yeah, dude! Like I got it. Like you, like I'm good. But when you can't even go in. You're like, man, yeah, I hate this matchup. It sucks, dude. But that one is not so bad. The ones that for sure despise and I can stand is yeah, Makoto and Dali. I can stand those, dude. I just like I'll try my best to see to like not get triggered, but I get triggered, dude. I get triggered when I play those characters, dude. Just because Makoto, like I can't believe Makoto has a command grab that has the range of gigas and combo into it, dude. Like who was smoking when they programmed that shit, dude? Like who, dude? Like come on. I wish I had a command grab where I can combo like that. Like that'd be sick, dude. Like a scoop and to clap or something. Like that'd be tight. Yeah. Then again, I guess we have Mugen for that, right? We're gonna create a Mugen Hugo, dude.
Yeah. So that kind of leads in. So you brought that year up. So that kind of leads into one of these questions. So that year, this is Jazz. This is the Dallas year for Jazzy Finale. So that's the year that you go through the gauntlet of Chun-Li's, right? So you play Ahmed in New York. Then you play Frosty, where there's just three Chun-Li's in a row, right? It's me, Tommy, and Al, all in a row, which is great. And then finally there's Tommy and Austin. So, and Yuki was talking to me about like it's crazy to me because okay, if you think about it, the people who are really serious about this game, right? Like I really want to improve and be a top player or something like that. Mostly they play strong characters. There's exceptions here and there, but that's largely true. And so I want to kind of get your sense of how that year went for you with the fucking Gauntlet of Chun-Li's, and also what does it take mentality wise to be like, yeah, I play Hugo, who has like a bunch of terrible matchups or obnoxious matchups, and I'm gonna travel across the United States to fucking compete versus all these hard people.
Yeah, keep in mind too that year there was no points, right? It's like you either got first place to qualify or that was it. Like so, even if you got
Yeah.
second, right? It was like okay, I traveled, I got second, I went to the gauntlet of who's who. I don't even get fucking points out of this because of COVID. Like COVID took that from us, but it was just like first place or nothing. So yeah.
Yeah, mentality wise, I really wanted to travel that year. That's really was really what it came down to. I really wanted to travel because prior to that, I was just traveling locally, and my only major was Frosty,
Mm-hmm.
and of course the finale. But that year, I was like, okay, I should have the money to travel, so I just wanted to really wanted to go out and play as many people as I could. But also was uh the other thing was the jackets, dude, the jackets. I was like, ah, damn it, dude, I
Yeah.
want a jacket, dude. I want one of those jackets, dude. Yeah. But the main thing was that I just wanted to travel and hang out with with as many people as I could, and um, play as many people as I could as well. Um, just because, I mean, I how can I explain it? I'm sorry, I'm trying to put it into words, but it's just that I felt that I hadn't really traveled to a lot of like locations uh, before that year. So I wanted to really go out there and know all the scenes and play as many high people as I could because I was thinking, oh, well, I want to get better, right? Like you said, I was serious, I was really serious about the game during that time. Like my mentality was about that, like I want to get really good at the game. I really want to go. I really want to play the best people that I can. I really want to be able to level up, and if I had to go to New York and play in New York, then I'll do
Mm-hmm.
it. I'll do it, dude. I'm about it. That's what it was. I was just about it, dude.
Yeah.
Like I was just ready to go, even to if I had to go to what you call Vegas and play someone in Vegas. I would have traveled to Vegas that year, just because I really wanted to level up. Uh, and once I was actually able to make my schedule and all that, I was on that. I was just full on about like, oh hell yeah, dude! Like let's get these games. Let's hopefully we'll see we can get a jacket. If not, whatever happens, happens. I mean, I was really close to getting that jacket too, dude. So I
Yeah.
was like, God damn it! I was like one game away too, dude. But I made it, dude. Dude, he made it, dude. I was like, God damn it, dude. Like, I think what happened to me was like I cracked under the pressure. I think because I don't know if I talked about it on person or like on stream with someone before, but when I was at the New York event. Um, I was on that mentality to where I was like, uh, I'm gonna win this. Like I think I can beat everyone who's here. And no offense to anyone that was there or
Sure.
like that's on that scene, but I was like, I don't care who comes in here. I think I can beat whoever comes here tonight. Um, and I was expecting some people to see there, but not everyone was there. So I was like, okay, that's cool, man. Like maybe they're busy or whatever. But I was on that mentality that I'm like, I'm here to beat whoever I need to play against. And that was my mentality when I was traveling to all these tournaments, right? Uh, but when I was there, um, it was so cool seeing everyone, dude, because you're like, hell yeah, dude, I'm here, right? Like I traveled over here. Everybody's so chill. You get to
Mm-hmm.
play people that you don't get to play most of the time. You get to eat food, stuff like that. That we don't really have here in Houston, dude. Like I would fucking travel to New York to get me a chopped cheese right now, dude. Because
Yeah.
we don't have those here, dude. We don't have those, dude. When Mutant took me one to like an authentic place to get one, I was like, man, this is so fucking cool, dude. I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, I was kind of jealous. I was like, I wish I had like something like that down the road from my place. But but yeah, that's my mental state because honestly, dude, if you're gonna do that, uh, you shouldn't go half-ass about it. You should really, I mean, and to like to people who want to travel, right? Like if you're gonna travel, either be with a person, either with a. And actually, I'm sorry. Let me go back.
Mm-hmm.
So it depends with whatever intention you're gonna go with, right? Uh, for my intention was to play competitively at the highest level, right? That was my mental state. For another person, it might just be like I just wanna know about the tournament community, right? Maybe I just wanna see all these tournaments in person, maybe just interact, right? Have a good time, right? But what I'm trying to get at is that no matter your mental, like whatever your goal is, make sure you go all in. Don't be half-ass about it, dude. Because if you go half-ass about it, you're not gonna have a good time, dude. Like even if it's just like if you're not gonna be competitive, if you're just gonna go there to have a good time, which is what I really go for. Like for Frosty, the
Mm-hmm.
only thing I go there for is their strike, and that's it. And hang out with you guys. Well, whenever you guys go, like the Chicago guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's really my main goal when I go there is like chill with everyone who's there, drink a bunch of old styles, and eat a bunch of pizza. That's my
Yeah.
goal, dude. Right? And when I go, I'm about it, dude. Like
Yep.
I'm always going there, having a good time, right? But everything else, dude. I know I'm probably gonna go there to like try to like play competitively to my best of my abilities, dude. But Yeah, always be about it or just don't do it, dude. Don't have asset, man. Don't have asset. I'm talking here from experience, dude. Um, because it has happened to me where I'm like, oh, I'll go, and when I go and then I'm not really into it, then you're not gonna do good in the tournament, and you're just not gonna have fun, dude. You're just gonna hate it. You're just gonna be like, man, this sucks, right? Like, why am I
Yeah.
even here, right? Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. That's just my tip to people who want to travel, dude. Just make sure that you're mentally prepared, and just do it, dude. Just believe me, if you just put your mind into it, you have a good time. Um, Now, to your other question about mentality when you have to play Hugo. Oh man, uh, that one's the how can I say it? It's funny because some other people have told us you guys are masochists, man. You guys play a character that you guys like playing a character that gets hit by everything, has no good
Mhm.
matchups, like he
Mhm.
loses to everything. So you guys must like getting hurt to play
Mm.
this character, man.
Yeah,
So.
I was drinking with Yuki one time and we were talking about that. He's like, fucking Caesar travels to play Hugo, dude. Like, think about that. Like, just put that in perspective. Like,
Think
he's like,
about that.
he fucking travels to play Hugo, and I'm like, yeah. He's like, that's rough, bro. That's rough. Like,
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it is rough, dude. But okay, but okay. So not that you say that, like you yeah, you're right. You think like, why would you do that, right? Like why, right? Like you have a really high chance of not even cracking top eight, right? Because the character is so limited, right? But like it's because of the parry system that technically anybody can kind of win, right?
mm,
Like the parry system allows you to still make something happen, right? So even if Hugo might not be the best character, like as long as you have decent parries and reads, you can make shit work, right? Like,
yeah,
like you can still do something. Now, uh, going back as to why I'm playing Hugo, yeah. I didn't mention it, but and I know it's gonna sound narcissistic to some people, but I like it when I win with Hugo because it makes you feel amazing, right? You make you feel like hell yeah, dude, like I'm godlike, or like I'm like fucking amazing, dude. Like I did some shit, right? Like sometimes it just makes you think that you're like hell yeah, dude, I'm the best, right? Just because I don't know, dude, like landing gigas into that shit, even if I don't win the match, I'm like I got the moral win, so I'm good, dude. Like I
mm,
got it, dude. Like
Yeah.
you got hit by gigas, right? Um, but it's just that the fact that it's like I said before, it's addictive when you win with the character because you're like once you realize what you had to do
mm,
to get to that match. I mean, sorry, to get to that win. What you call it? Scenario.
mm,
You're like, damn, okay, yeah, like maybe I did deserve the win, but I don't want to think it that way because then it gets to your head too, right? Because you're like, relax, dude, you're not that good either, right? Like you need to like keep it balanced, right? Like where you're like, yeah, I have to do amazing reads, or like, yeah, maybe I'm doing better than most people, but whenever you win, yeah, you get that satisfaction where like, hell yeah, dude, I'm really like I'm amazing, right, or something like that. But that's why I keep playing the character. Like even though, like for example, when I was playing on Frosties, and when I pair your super into Gigas,
Oh
like
yeah,
for me
that's
that
on
was
our
like
question list.
that
On
was
our
that made it
question list.
worth it to me. Like to me that made it worth it, dude. Because I'm like hell yeah, dude. Like I travel here, I put you on the spot, you got blown up on the spot. I'm like fuck yeah, dude. Don't like that's the other thing. Like sometimes you feel like yeah, dude. Don't fucking test me, dude. Right? Like, yeah, don't
yeah.
test me, motherfucker. Yeah, don't test me, dude. Yeah, because you're gonna regret it, right? Yeah.
You got the Lance
So
pose out of him too. Like after you hit him with it, like
Lance pose.
Lance has this thing where he fucking puts his hands on his hip and he's kind of just like like a dad who just mowed his lawn and he's kind of just looking at it like, huh, that's all right. But fucking you hit him with that and he just kind of sits there with his hands on his hips like, all right, yeah, that was a thing. So
yeah. I saw that. Yeah, he was like, okay, yeah. It was that approval nod. Yeah. So it's not
uh,
small. Those small things like that makes you want to just keep playing the character. Like I know I
mm,
say small because the grim scheme of things. I mean, uh, at least personally, like on the bigger, like on the great scheme of things, like. So it is a small thing because really, at the end of the day, what everybody's gonna remember is if you won tournaments or not, right? Because
Mm.
like, oh yeah, you paired the parry, right? But, I mean, I'm sorry, you paired the super, right? But did you win the tournament? I was like,
I don't
To
think
be
that's
no.
true.
fair, yeah, to be
Yeah, at
fair,
least to me, dude. At least to me, dude.
no
Yeah.
one knows
Nobody knows
you.
I. Yeah, no
Yeah,
one knows I won that
no
tournament.
one knows Lance won that tournament. I swear to God, everyone's like, "Did you see this Hugo to 720? This Chun Li player? He really thought he could do that." And it's like, all right, all
People
right.
link me like new clips of that from Twitter.
Yeah.
Like a couple weeks ago, someone like just I just get a periodical influx. Like, oh hey, they posted Caesar Perry 720ing you on the Twitter again. Like, you're famous again. I'm like,
Yeah.
cool, man. That's no one knows I won that tournament, but they remember that moment forever.
And the Justin one too. I see the Justin one all the time too. That's, to be honest,
Oh yeah.
that one's probably my favorite one because like it's Fightcade, you 720 and then you just see the chat
Yeah.
scroll like relax. Like that's how I fucking
Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude. I was relaxed, dude.
yeah.
Relax, man.
Just chill. Yeah.
Your boy tried to blow me up on stream, dude.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah,
Oh,
dude. Sorry, it's just that, like, I mean, to me, that's part of the mentality that, like, that part that goes back to your question. That's about the
Hmm.
mentality you have to have when you're gonna play Hugo, right? Because, um, to me, it's like I personally feel like I had to be hard on myself to get better with Hugo because you can't slack off with this character. You just can't, dude. You don't have the luxury to slack off with this character. That's the thing. You don't have that luxury. We can maybe with like not can I won't say can. Um maybe with certain characters that are like easier to play
Young
or
Chun.
have like better tools, you can kind of, maybe, not I personally feel like maybe you don't have to be so hard on yourself just because you have things that tools to give you an easier time on the game, right? But with Hugo, you're so limited that you have to go with a mentality like, I know my character sucks. I know my character can do this, and like I have to realize that if I don't have, if I'm not ready to deal with my limitations with this character, then I shouldn't be playing with this character, right? Because um, there's a lot of things that will make you when you lose will make you mad that you're playing Hugo, right? Because you're like, you get hit by most random shit. You have to block 90% of the time. You have to do really good guesses, right? Good reads. Know about a lot about the game, stuff like that. So for me, I mean personally, maybe this is discouraging a lot of people, but this is how my experience has been with the character. Like I didn't feel like I had the luxury to be easy on myself because I'm like, dude, if I'm not hard on myself, I will never reach a certain level where I can play this character competitively to where I can beat the really good players. Like to crack top 8 or win actual tournaments, right? Uh, I felt that if I wasn't hard on myself, I would never get to the Hayao level, which is I think being on Hayao's level is the goal. That's like the end goal because he has evolved that character into some other shit, dude. Like he makes him look like no less than like middle tier, like almost high mid tier. Like he makes him look really good. But um, that's why I think about it that way because I'm like, well, yeah, dude, you did some cool shit, but like I don't have a jacket, dude. I don't have a jacket. You have a jacket, right? That's what I wanted. I wanted the jacket. At the end of the day, I wanted the jacket, right? Um,
yeah. So
so
that
that's
year,
what I mean, dude. Yeah. Go
that
ahead.
year for me watching that year, and I know this is a weird thing to say, considering I was one of the Chun Li players, but that was a heartbreaking year to watch as you face down the Chun Li gauntlet. Because I feel personally like you're really good at the Chun Li matchup. To like when we were going into Frosty and it was me, you, and Tommy and Al. Like like how you've been saying, no disrespect to these other players. This is just like my perspective. So this is the same way I feel. Like going into Frosty, I thought like, oh yeah, grand finals will be me versus Caesar. Like I always try to prep in going into these big tournaments. Like if I'm taking it seriously, like okay, I'm going to prep. I'm going to like play my training partners and get ready. And I was not, I would ask King to play me, and I was not playing Chun Li mirrors to prepare for Frosty. I was playing Chun Li versus Hugo. Like that was what I was preparing for. And we did, yeah, we played. I think winners finals, right? So,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, like I don't know. Without trying to like disparage anyone. Like I just feel like like watching it from the outside, I thought like, oh yeah, Caesar has a good chance against a lot of these Chun-Li's. Like when I play Caesar in tournament, like I've lost my fair share. It's hard. It's not fun. Like I know it's not fun for you, the Hugo player, for sure. Like I understand in levels of fun, this is way less fun for you than it is for me.
Yeah.
But still, it is not fun. You're not someone I look forward to playing in tournament. Um, yeah, I guess I don't really have a question from that. Just to say, like, I think you're really good versus Chun Li. And it was disappointing, I guess, even from me watching that that year went the way it did. Because I really feel like you had a great chance of beating a lot of those people.
Yeah. I felt that way too. I felt like I could have won a lot of the things, but going back, I noticed that I was just making really bad decisions when it came down to it. And uh, I was talking to Jesse about my performance at the finale too. I was like, I was really mad. The other reason I was really mad was because I was like, I went to all these tournaments, and then when it came down to where I had to really perform my best, I was having jitters
Hmm.
and I was having self-doubt. So that's the other reason why I was really mad, because I was like, well, why did I go through all this? And when I had to really do my best, I didn't deliver. Um, and, it's yeah, it's I don't know, dude. It's just like, I know it might sound like I'm being hard on myself, but it's just that I really want to do really good with this character. That's really all it is. Like I really want to perform my best when I play Hugo. It's just I don't want to scrub out, right? Like, and of course, no one wants to scrub out, right? No one wants to go 0-2, right? Or nobody wants to look like they don't know what they're doing. But um, when I went there, I thought the same thing. I was like, I have a good chance against, I think, most of these players, but when it came down to it, I just couldn't deliver, dude. So I was pretty upset. Um, but but yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know. I guess it happens. Uh, all I can really do is just try try again and see how it goes. But um, like people who are playing, like, who are playing Hugo or trying to play Hugo. Um, all I want to say is that, just go with a mentality that, yeah, you're gonna be struggling, dude. It's just, that's unavoidable. You guys are gonna be struggling, but we just keep playing the character, and once the more you play the character, the more you're gonna see that it's really satisfying to play the character, and it's really fun to play the character. Like anybody who started playing it was like, man, this character's rough, but the more they played him, they're like, oh yeah, he's really cool. It's really fun. You just have to just don't expect to be godlike right off the bat, and you just gonna it's gonna be a slow process. I mean, the character is limited, right? Uh, just just trust the process, and invest time on the character, and you'll see the results. Um, you're gonna have to realize that you're gonna have to go be patient on most of your matchups, because you have to. You have to. That's just how the character is. That's just how he is. You have to be patient no matter what. And don't try to SPD everything you want to, because of course you want to SPD, because I mean that's his biggest thing, right? His SPDs. But sometimes, like, it happens that I only SPD once during a match sometimes. So don't try to SPD everything, because it's just not gonna happen sometimes.
Hmm.
Just make sure you got him. When you have the chance, you can SPD. Make sure you got that, and Gigas as well. If you're gonna go for Gigas, yeah, I would just say practice Gigas, practice 360s. Eventually, it is hard at the beginning, because 360s, it is a bit tricky at the beginning, but just don't be too desperate with the character, and I think you'll be okay.
Hmm.
Just don't go with a mentality where you're gonna, you can't play the same game as if you're playing Ken, right? You just can't um, go ham, right? You just can't go ham like you could with Ken, right?
Yeah, you might be familiar with like that. We had like a pretty big up and coming scene in Dallas. Like we have a lot of young players, and it's kind of funny that based on what you just said, it's kind of echoes what I've told some of our younger players, which has been basically like, there's about 6 or 7 great characters in this game. You can pick any of them, and I think you can do really well. If you pick anyone else, especially some of the harder ones like Hugo or Q, that's fine. I support you. Just make peace with losing. You're going to lose for a really long time, and your journey is just going to be harder than like to build the skill set. Because I've always felt like often like the best Hugos I play, like obviously you're really great. Many of the other great Hugos I play, like the best Hugo players, are like great players who have a side Hugo, right? Because to be a really great Hugo player requires a lot of third strike skill. And so I was trying to communicate to them that you're going to have to do you're gonna have to get good like everyone else, and you're gonna have to do that uphill battle of playing Hugo, right? It's just going, make peace with losing. It's going to be a long time. You're
Yeah,
trying to climb a mountain because everyone who starts this game starts off bad, right? And we all see like the Yukis and Nikas at the very top. It's going to take you fucking 10 years to get to those guys if you ever do. Then if you pick a bad character, okay, it's it's going to be way more work. So as long as you can make peace with that, and you're like, okay, I'm good, and I'm going to see it as a journey and a process, then okay, go for whatever character you want.
yeah, I agree with that actually. It's just that yeah, with Hugo it's a bit the road is rougher with
Hmm.
Hugo, right? Yeah. But you're right. I mean, with whatever character you pick, you have to be patient. It's gonna be a long process, right? Yeah. Unless you're like gifted or godlike or something, then yeah. But
Yeah.
otherwise, yeah, it's gonna be a long process no matter what. It's just that yeah, with Hugo, yeah, that's the yeah, be ready to be triggered by a lot of things.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that's Urian like Steelhammer's Urian guide. That's like in the first paragraph. Like you are not RX. You are not
Yeah.
gifted. You're like you're not that guy, basically, right? Yuki or Anika. There's some players you can tell it's extremely talented. Plus they worked hard, of course. It's not all talent. But sometimes they're that guy. But for most of us we are not that guy. So yeah, you gotta make peace with that as well, I think.
Yeah, yeah, it is hard. It's hard to sometimes because you're like, God damn it, I want to get really good, right? I
Hmm.
want to get really good. So it can be a bit challenge. It can be challenging, right? It is easier said than done. Um, just because everyone wants to be at a point where they can beat everyone or do really good at tournaments, right?
Hmm.
I would say that's maybe most of people's goal at one point, right? When they're starting to pick up a game competitively, right? Like I want to do really good. I want to win, right? I want to beat everyone who's goes against me, right? Uh, but I think people forget that everyone's trying to do the same thing. So, it's gonna be hard. It's not gonna be easy, and eventually you're gonna hit that wall where you have to think to yourself like, do I really want to keep doing this or not, right? And sometimes when you hit that wall, it's really hard to sorry, it's really hard to go over it, right? Because you feel like you're not getting any better no matter how much you're playing, or you feel like, damn, I just don't play enough people like on higher levels, right?
Hmm.
It can be just anything, right? So it's I hit that wall a few like several times too, dude. And sometimes like for me, like just stepping back and just having like a small break and then going back, then I'm like, oh, okay, I was just maybe making a big deal out of it than what it was, right? Maybe I was just frustrated about the matchup or stuff like that. So yeah, sometimes it's just better to not like you said, just take your time. Just don't go so desperate about try to get to a certain level because that's how it was, to be honest. When I first started playing it, I wanted to play everywhere and everyone and anything I could just so I could get really good really fast, right? But eventually, once you do that, you will get really good really fast when you're starting to pick up the game and you have a lot of people to play with, right? But eventually, you're gonna hit that wall we just mentioned, right? And at that point, you have to realize, okay, this is where any small thing that you can tweak will like up your game and stuff like that. So yeah, you're gonna have to eventually slow down to so you can get better sometimes. I think at least that's what I think. I mean, I'm not sure what you guys think.
No, I agree. I think like building that resiliency as you're trying to become, because like you said, everyone wants to be a really strong player who can beat everyone, but the journey is steep, and building that resiliency and that thick skin, it's not easy because it's easy to say, oh, just don't care or whatever. Like You know,
Yeah.
and I tell the young players, okay, make peace with losing. You're gonna fucking lose a long time. You're in the same scene
Yeah.
as Yuki Spencer. You'll be losing for a while, my friend.
Yeah.
Like the light at the end of the tunnel is not near for you. Um, but at the same time, as a competitor, like you have that urge, or like you talked about being like so upset or disappointed after like not performing to where you wanted to be in a tournament. Like that's how you should feel as a competitor, right? Like it should hurt to lose. That's part of the
Yeah, it
journey.
should. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just part of it, yeah.
Hmm.
It's unavoidable, dude.
Hmm.
Dude, that brings me back. There was a man, dude. This guy was a perfect example of like, dude, you need to fucking chill out. There was this guy back when I was playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3. His name is, if I remember correctly, his name was Connor. Dude, that dude was just, he was like a ticking time bomb. Like, he started playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and he was playing one of the best teams in the game. Okay, like one of the best busted teams in the game, but he will keep losing to like other people who had a lesser team per se, but had been playing the game for a long time. And he will be mad, saying like he will legit get like mad and start yelling, "Why am I losing? Like, oh, you can't, your team is so cheap, man. Why can't I block that shit, man?" Like he will legit be screaming that, and we're like, dude, just relax, man. It's like you just block it left when you come in, and he will block it. He will try to be like, I can fucking block this. Like, it's so stupid, man. We're like, dude, just relax. Like, you just started playing the game. You just need to relax, man. Like, just don't be getting so mad about it. And he would keep yelling and yelling, and eventually, at one point, we would tell him like, dude, you need to like shut up because your team is busted. Like, you have a busted team, dude. Like, you can't be like crying while you have a busted team. Like you just can't do that, dude. Like you
Was he
need to
playing
like
like
chill. Just go
was he
with the process, man. Just we're telling you how to fucking win. Just fucking practice what we're telling you, and you'll be okay. Like yeah, we got to a point where we're just done with his shit. We're just like, dude, shut up, man. Like just like you have a busted team. We told you how to win. Practice it, love it up, and then come back and then stop yelling so much, dude, because we're gonna get kicked out because of your ass, dude. Like eventually we had to tell him like, dude, just go practice it, dude. Like you're not gonna get amazing overnight. Like this game is bullshit. You're gonna hit by the most random shit. So the best you can do is minimize that bullshit with your team. Like that type of shit. Like that's the one I remember the most because we would always tell him. We would always tell him like, just just hear us out. We're telling you how to play this game, right? Like nobody was telling me how to play the game, but we're telling you, so just listen, right? Like just fucking listen and you'll be okay. He would just keep yelling, "Oh, I don't get it. Stupid. So dumb." It was like, man, you know what? Whatever, dude. I stopped telling that dude what to do. Eventually he got decent, but he decided to never change, dude. So moral of the story, don't be a crybaby, dude. Yeah, eventually that guy got kicked out. Yeah. Because he wouldn't listen to. He was such a dumbass, dude. He was so stupid, dude.
was he
Yeah.
playing like Zero May Cry or some shit like that?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's what he was
exactly.
playing.
Yeah,
Zero
yeah.
May Cry,
One
dude.
player
Zero May
game
Cry.
shit. I know, yeah.
Dude, good, really good guess, dude. That's what he was playing. Dude, Zero May Cry.
That's like
That's why
the
we
Well,
were getting.
well, that's the
That's why
thing
we
with
were
like
getting pissed.
well, that's the thing with newer kids though, right? It's like the information's so accessible. Like it's not like it was back in the day for us where it's like you may see footage of a player every now and then, right? Like and you didn't have instant access to them either. Like now you can go on Fightcade, you can play Nika KO, you can play Kang, you can play, all the top players instantly, right? You get that instant like, okay. Back then, like fucking you had to read some SRK posts, you had to travel to a tournament, you may get to like play a top player maybe once a year. It's not instant for them. So now like players
Yeah.
they feel like they're entitled, right? Like I have access to all this information. I know how the game's supposed to be played. I'm gonna be a top player like immediately, and it's like it just doesn't work like that, dude. I can't
Yeah,
be.
actually,
Yeah,
yeah, that's you're right about that. Like, you have no idea how much you guys have it easy. I mean, I know, like I said, I must sound like a fucking boomer, but it's true, dude. Like, you guys have so much information now that it's crazy, dude. Like, when I started playing Third Strike, dude, there was no one who knew how to play Hugo. No one, dude. Like, I was like, how am I supposed to learn this character? The only way I knew how to play him was going off of Hayao videos.
yep.
And Hayao videos back, like when I was seeing these videos, were like I could count them with my hands. Probably, I think there were maybe like 12 of them
Yeah, yeah. It was like
available.
Yao
On,
and YSB. Like those are the only two
Yeah,
Hugos. There's like really no American Hugos. I want to say at the time.
no,
Like yeah.
no, they weren't. No, because no one was playing him. Everyone was playing Ken, Chun, Urian. Uh, what's it called? Even Sean's. I saw more Sean's than Hugo's, dude. That's how bad. I saw more Q's than Hugo actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually another thing, dude. When I started playing Hugo, it was rough. Really rough. Um, like I said, there was no way for you. No one could teach you. There was a thread on SRK, but the thread looking like for what I can remember, it was a bit of a joke thread. Not that I think about it, because their combos was just like ultra throw or I mean, yeah, body splash, jab, jab, shit like that. You're like, there was not much information, dude. You're just like, well, there was there was no one to go off of except videos, so you had to learn the hard way with this character. So imagine you're already playing a low tier character, and there's no information of there's no flow, there's no like database.
Oh, we lose Caesar there. You good? Did I fuck up? Did I freeze?
I'm still here.
Okay. Okay. We don't
I
want
may
to
have
lose
lost
Caesar.
Caesar for a second.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, we are running out of. We're on the back end of the questions we had written down. So if you guys want to put any questions for Caesar in the chat, we'll throw his way after we finish those up. Actually, while Caesar's out, my dog is being annoying. I'm gonna take my dog outside real quick to pee. I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Go for it.
All right. So we're gonna take a little 2 minute hiatus, or whenever Caesar gets back, hiatus.
Fuck, I gotta entertain the chat now, dude. What am I gonna do here? What up, boys? What are you guys doing? Okay, Caesar's on the way back. He just messaged me. Oops. Says he's trying to get back in. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, Caesar says he needs 5 minutes. So yeah, put some questions in the chats here. Jason said I'm fucking breathing in the mic, guys. Am I breathing in the mic? Am I just a fat piece of shit? Is that what I'm doing? Oh shit, Eat's in the chat. Fuck yeah. What's up, Eat? How's it going, man? Oh, we got fucking Mutant in the chat too? Mutant? Hell yeah. Oh, the old Fightcade alt question. Hell yeah. Everybody's got Fightcade alts, dude. Everybody knows about it. Damn, each just got the main. To be fair, I played my alts on alt accounts. So like, I have like a Yang account, have like Alex account, shit like that. It's pretty fun. I like just seeing how far I can take the character. Dude, fucking the Keemstar thing. I get that shit all the time. I was at Texas Showdown. True story. This guy came up to me and was like, fucking, like, what's up, bro? How's it going, man? I'm like, what up? He's like, oh, I love your shit. Like, what are you talking about? And he's like, oh, you're fucking Keemstar, right? And I'm like, god damn it, dude. Fucking any dude with a beard and a fucking black hat looks like Keemstar. Yeah, you're right, Chosen. I should have been like, yeah, I am Keemstar. Suck my dick. Yeah, Keemstar. Any of you guys in here going to Frosty? Am I going to Frosty? Who am I getting beers with? Oh shit, Caesar's back.
Sorry, dude.
Oh no, you're good, bro. You're good.
Suddenly kicked the power cord off my router.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
Yeah,
Lance just went to take his dog out. So fuck. Where do we leave off at? Where are we at? Trying to entertain the chat here. Drinking so many beers during this podcast, Caesar. Done, dude.
oh, dude. I could go for a Lone Star, to be honest with you.
I finished the Lone Star 6-pack, but I had to go
Already?
had to go downstairs and get the Ling Lings from Yuki, dude. Shout out to Yuki. Thank you, Yuki, for the Ling Lings. All right, we got.
If you go to Chicago, dude, again, I don't know if you tried old style yet. Have you tried old style?
I haven't, dude. I'm kind of. That's why
Dude, do
I'm
it, man.
traveling to Frosty just to get old styles. Like,
Dude, do it, man.
third
I'm
strikes on
telling
the
you.
back end. Like, I just want a case of old styles. Like, they're so sick.
I'm
So
telling you, dude. The old style is the Lone Star of Chicago. It's really good, actually.
hell yeah, hell yeah. My friend went
Yeah,
to
it's really
the.
good.
He went to the DR and like their beer is called Presidentes, like fucking Dominican Republic.
Presidente.
Presidentes, dude. Like fucking, you get the
Mm.
Presidente and the Presidente Light. Like, just want a case of Presidentes. So, where
I
we
don't know.
leave?
Dude.
Where we leave off, Lance?
Okay, so we have one more real question. Not real question, but you know what I mean. Like question
Real
we had.
question.
I will. One more question we had planned
Just
coming
like
in
fake
that we
questions here, dude.
yeah fake questions, and then we're gonna get to the questions from the chat. Um, okay, so it's kind of a two-parter. So we've been kind of we talked about the challenges of playing Chun Li. Or let's try that again. We talked about the challenges of playing Hugo in tournament. Um, one thing that I think's always been that would be really cool about playing Hugo in tournament, that I've definitely experienced when I'm playing against you, is I feel the crowd is always 1,000% behind you as the Hugo player. Like when you and I have played at Frosty, there was not a single person in that room that wanted me to win when we played. Zero of them wanted me to win. And the crowd goes wild. You know, every time you land a 360, 720, they're going nuts. When I go to Houston, and you land the same moves, they're going nuts. So is that something that energizes you? And then follow up on that question. You and I have talked about the stamina required to play Hugo in tournament, right? And I know like one of my strategies when I play you, because you know, at this point, you and I have played a lot in tournament, and one of my strategies when I play you is like, let's fucking draw this out as long as possible. Like, I want to make Caesar so bored and so tired by the end of this match, like that just drains the life, right? Like that's part of that's a real strategy because when Hugo, a lot of characters, especially strong characters, like a good strategy for them is just to draw it out and to make Hugo do all the work. I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna hold my ground. I'm gonna make you do everything, and that is tiring, right? So,
Yeah.
and I know you've talked to me before about like, yeah, when we played in winners, like I was really, things were flowing. By the time we hit losers, like I was just done. Uh, yeah, so I guess that's a two-parter, right? The how does the energy of the crowd feed into your play, and then talk about the stamina of having to play Hugo in tournament over a long period of time against strong people.
Yeah, well, the crowd, that's actually a part of. So that actually is like two things regarding that. First one is the crowd is that will be going back to as to why you play Hugo, right? Like the crowd, every time the crowd cheers for you, it makes you want to play Hugo more too. So like the crowd cheering for a Hugo player, it actually like that it like makes you want to play Hugo even more too. But the other part is it actually does energize you too as well. Like um it does feel nice when people are cheering for you when they're in the tournaments. But I think it was more of not like for the example you gave that it was you versus me. I think that was more of the character than the players, really, to be honest, dude.
Sure, sure.
Because when I was at New York, everybody was cheering for Ahmed. No one was really cheering for me. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was more of a like a character thing.
Home turf, man. Home turf.
Yeah, that was a home
Yeah,
turf. Yeah,
yeah.
so. But yeah, so it does like whenever you have the crowd behind you, you do want to do better. It does push you to like um you don't want to look like a scrub in front of everyone. So it does hype you up a bit. So that's another thing why I feel like I'm kind of hard on myself because I don't want to give a shitty show either, right? Because you're just like, oh, dude, like he has Hugo, so he probably knows what he's doing. But then if you go and you get blown up and you're like, what? Like like it does make you like uh no, I mean yeah, hype you up, but it does give you some type of like resolve in a way where you wanna like okay, I need to do good, and I don't want to disappoint any fans that I might have because everybody's gonna go back and maybe say like, oh yeah, he did really good on this one, or oh man, he got blown the fuck up here, right? Or something like that. So yeah, you don't want to be on that spot where you're just like, oh yeah, man, you're the guy who got blown up by this one Choli player, right? Or like, oh shit, yeah, you're the guy who Giga is this, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So I think the best one was yeah, it always has been on Frosty. Now that I think about it, when like I think people are cheering the most for me on Frosty. Like every Froster I've been on, everybody's always cheering for me on there. It does feel good, dude. I'm not gonna lie. It is kind of addicting sometimes too because you're just like, hell yeah, dude. I got people like want to see me do good, which I appreciate as well. I mean, it's really nice because before you're just thinking like, oh, no one really cares or whatever. But yeah, it's actually a lot of. I never realized how many people are actually uh notice when I'm in tournaments. I never realized until I
Mhm.
randomly come across someone online and be like, "Oh, hey, you're Big Nasty, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." Oh yeah, man, I saw you on this tournament. I'm like, "Oh shit, that's so random, dude." Like, I didn't realize. Yeah, I didn't realize how many people like randomly come across and they ask me like, "Hey, you play here?" I was like, "Yeah." Oh yeah, man, it's good shit, man, good shit. Like, I keep playing Hugo, man. I was like, all right, all right. See, that's the other thing too. Is like people keep telling you to play Hugo. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe it's not so bad. Maybe it's not so bad to play with the big guy, dude. And yeah, dude, I don't. It never feels bad. It never feels bad to have the crowd. It does put more pressure on you, that's for sure, dude. It
Sure.
does put more pressure on you, yeah. Because you just like shit, man. Like, okay, I have to do good. I have to do it, dude. Um, and sorry, you're gonna have to remember. But what was the second question?
Oh, I was talking about, the stamina aspect of playing
Oh
Hugo
yeah.
versus strong players or cheap characters where you're having to do all the work. And and you and I have talked about how, you know, having to play with that level of concentration over an extended period of time, it really tires you out.
Oh man. Yeah, dude. That's the other part. That's another. That goes back to the mentality you need to have when you play Hugo. If you're gonna play Hugo, you have to go. You have to play with the mentality that you know you're gonna be dragging some of the matches out. Like you know you have to because uh, if you don't, yeah, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose really quick, dude. Really, really quick. Uh, at first, I was a bit more impatient. Like I gotten better, a bit more, like way more patient now. Before, I used to be to the point where I was just starting to dash in, throw the SPD, stuff like that. And I see that in a lot in my old matches. Like we're talking about like 2018, 2019, stuff like that. Even before that. Yeah, I got to the point where I was playing patient, but then eventually I just said fuck it and we'll do dumb shit. But now I'm more of like, yeah, I need to take my time, just slow down. Uh, it's a very important. It's pretty much crucial. You have to. If you can't play patiently with Hugo, then yeah, you're not gonna win too many matches really,
Hmm.
because smart players are gonna take their time.
Hmm.
Yeah, smart players are gonna make you work hard for it. Like really gonna make you work hard for it. And you're right. The best point, like the best plan is for you to just yeah, just wait. Like you say, you mentally wear me out because yeah, eventually I get to the point like where I'm just like, God damn it, dude, this is so it's taking too long, dude. Like shit. Like we're gonna have to do 6 matches of this.
Hmm.
Damn it, dude. Like I don't know if I can do that, dude. Because um that's what happens to me in some tournaments. Like I'm fine. But then eventually I'm just like, oh, I can't do it, dude. I need to finish it now, dude. Like I think it's wearing me down. Uh, and it usually happens with uh Chun-Li players or against some cans that
Sure.
eventually they wear me out. Like uh one of the players that are that's good about that is Kenny from Austin.
Okay.
Kenny uh s- uh no offense to Kenny, I love that guy. I love Kenny. But whenever I play him, I'm like, shit, dude, because I know he's gonna wait it out. He's gotten smart about it. He's gotten really smart about it. Before, he used to try to like throw stuff out, but no, now he just waits. He just waits. And I'm like, shit, dude, like Kenny, come on, dude, throw something out, please, just throw something out. And no, he doesn't do it anymore, dude. He just waits and waits. And I'm like, shit, dude, like, come on, anything, a low, a jump, anything. And no, now he just waits. And I'm like, shit, dude. Like, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to just drag it out too, dude. I'm gonna have to drag it out. And eventually, Kenny's really good about waiting, dude. Now he just does not do anything. Even if I have the life lead, he still waits patiently. And eventually, I'm just like, oh, like, dude, okay, like, let me see if I can finish it. And sometimes that's all it takes for me to lose a match. Like, that's more cracking your mentality, where you're just like, oh, dude, you see, you should have just waited, dude. You could have just waited, but you didn't.
Hmm.
And it's hard, dude. I think one of the hardest aspects to learn as a Hugo player. You have to be patient. It's not easy.
Mhm.
Because you want to do sick shit, right?
Yeah.
You want to do sick shit. You want to do SPDs. You want to land gigas. You want to like clap combos. But you're like, well, Hugo's not really a Russian character. I mean, he's not really something that. I mean, he can kind of go in, but you need to first put the fear on the person, right? Before you can start doing some of that shit. But yeah, you have to be ready to make. You have to be ready mentally to know that you're gonna be dragging these matches out. You have to, dude. It's rough, dude. It's really rough because especially on tournament mode. Tournament mode, dude. Damn. By the time I'm by like if I'm gonna make top eights, I'm already like really tired, dude. I'm tired, man. Like um, sometimes it happens where uh, I'll try to finish something quick, and if I can, I'm like great. If not, I just have to just say, dude, screw it, dude. I am gonna have to just wait it out, just wait it out. Uh, but it's tiring, dude. It really is, man. Uh, That's why sometimes I ask on tournaments. Sometimes I ask the next person I'm gonna put like, hey, dude, do you mind if you can give me just 5 minutes? Like, give me just 5 minutes, dude, okay? Because I really need to. Because on some depends who you play to. Sometimes you're just like, dude, I think I depleted my whole stamina against this one person, dude. Uh, uh, when when we play the very first time on Frosties,
Mhm.
uh, after our match, I was glad that I didn't have to play for like a good 20, 30 minutes because I really was tired after that. Dude. I was like, holy shit, dude, like that took my whole energy out, dude. I used like everything on that match, dude. And then when I play Steelhammer, I was better. Like I felt good enough. But other tournaments where you just like back to back to back to back. I know for some people it's good because they get like they're fired up, right? They're already warm up and they can play, right? They feel like, oh, dude, I'm on the zone, right? Like I can play anybody who I can play right now can beat, right? Some people are like that. Like Luke is like that. Luke is like they're tournament Luke and casuals Luke.
Sure.
And Luke on tournament mode is like a whole nother like beast, dude. He's really good. But when he loses on tournament mode, you're like, oh shit, dude, I don't want to play him on losers because he's like, there's something like something switches with him, dude. Like, he gets really good, dude. With me, for me, it's like for me, it's the other way around. For me, like when I stay on winners, I'm like I'm good. Dude. Like I can put whoever you want, put whoever it's on here, and I'll do good. Well, as soon as I'm on losers, I'm like shit, dude. Like man, my mental state does start getting a bit shaky because I started thinking like, damn, dude, if I lose, like that's it, right? That's it.
Yeah.
So, but it's gotten better. Like after from like as the years go, you get better at it, right? Because if it's your first year, everybody's gonna be like it's hard, right? Like tournament pressure is another is something entirely that you can't learn unless you go, right? Tournament pressure, tournament jitters, all that stuff. Uh, that's a completely different thing
Hmm.
that nobody can teach you. You just have to go and learn the hard way, right? Yeah, you have to go with that mentality, like I'll just have to learn. I have to learn and see what happens, right? Um, but the stamina, dude, it's hard, dude. Like even no matter how many times I play, there's a point where I'm just get tired no matter what, dude. And maybe that's just my old man energy talking
Hmm.
because I don't know how some people can play 50 matches in one sitting, dude.
Sure.
I don't understand it, dude. Like for me, like after 20 matches, I'm like, dude, I gotta take a break. Like I can't do it. Dude. Like you gotta like I can't do it. I don't know how some people do first to 100s. Like I can't do it, dude. I can't do it. Yeah. Like some people say that, oh, that builds up your stamina. I'm like, damn, dude, I get it, but I can't do it. Like I get bored. Like you were saying, like I get bored. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I can't stand it. Like I just need to do something else now. Yeah. That's what happens too. Yeah, I get bored. I'm just like, dude, let's just finish this. Like I wanna like fucking move and get something to eat or something. Yeah.
Yeah, when we play,
Yeah.
like that's the fucking game plan. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do not gonna do shit. Every time he walks forward, I'm just gonna hit standing fierce. He's either gonna have to block it or run into it. We're gonna make this take for fucking ever. Because even if I lose here in winners, we're gonna play another hour from now in losers, and we're going to fucking suck that energy bar as low as we can get it.
Yeah.
Chum players,
Yeah.
bro. Chum players. Yeah.
Yeah, we're here to suck the joy out of the game for you. That's the plan.
Yeah. I don't know. Sorry, that's Chun, young players. too.
Mm.
Sorry, Wax. Jump players
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
man.
You can't let Ray get away
Jump
with that
players
shit.
too, man.
I'm
And
gonna pretend it's just
and
Chun Li.
me personally, Dudley players too. They suck the joy out of the game, dude.
Okay,
Dudley
I
players
can
too,
agree
dude.
with the Dudley hate. I am on board
The
with the
Dudley
Dudley
players
hate.
too,
Yeah,
dude.
Ray's
Sorry.
on board with Chun Li and Dudley, just not Yun. You understand?
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry, dude. Chun-Li, Johnson, Dudley players, dude. And Makoto players. I'll throw in Makoto players
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Makoto
for
players too,
sure.
dude. Yeah, because I can't stand that Mitchell either. Sorry, dude. I'm gonna let you guys know my real feelings, dude. Makoto and Dudley players, get out of here, dude. Get out of here.
All right,
Can't
all right,
stand them, dude.
all right. So I think we're at the time of the night where we kind of get into the rapid fire questions. Yeah, or for
Yeah,
the
the chat
questions from the
questions.
chat. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So first question here from Anthony Mutant. Shouts to Mutant, Jazzy founder, legend. Thank you, Mutant, for everything that you do. Two questions actually, two-parter. So, do you want a jacket? I can make it happen. And then part two, do you have any alts on Fightcade? The alts on Fightcade is a spicy question because I know a lot of you motherfuckers out there got alts. All right, like I got alts. Everybody's got alts. Like, do you have any alts on Fightcade, Caesar?
Uh, hey, sorry. Give me 1 second. Let me just blow my nose and stuff. Give me 1 second. Sorry.
Yeah, Caesar's deleting all these alt accounts right now.
Yeah, a little
Deleting it.
suspicious. Let me uninstall fucking all the evidence here. Your alts aren't real though, Ray. Your alts are very obvious.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because we're like 5 minutes from each other. So when you have 8 ping and you
Yeah, that's true.
see some shitty
Yeah.
Yang or something that can't slash, you're like, oh, obviously Ray. Like,
I don't need the ping for that one. As soon as I see the 5 slashes that end up being 4 slashes, I'm like, oh, I'm playing Ray. Okay, got it.
All right. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. You said okay. First question was, do I want a jacket?
oh shit, let me unmute. Yeah, yeah. So Anthony asked if you want a jacket for Jazzy, and then he said part two, do you have any alts on Fightcade?
I mean, yeah, I do want a jacket, but I mean,
Or
dude, I
not?
mean, I know he's gonna hate me for how I'm gonna say this, but like, I do want a jacket, but what I was saying is like I wanted it to be earned. You know, like I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, I beat people to get my jacket, right? Like it's a status of like, you know, like I won a tournament, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Built not bought, right? Built not
yeah,
bought. Yeah.
yeah, building that up. Yeah, that resume, dude. But I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I do want a jacket, but well, we can always talk about that, like you know, another time. But we'll see. In other words, yeah, I would like a jacket. That's for sure.
You got a
They're
money
pretty,
match
yeah,
someone
they're
for their
pretty tight.
jacket.
Money match for the jacket?
Yeah, just
Oh
like
shit,
Tommy,
that's high stakes.
Tommy, I'm coming
dude.
for you. You're betting the jacket. That's what I want.
Yeah. uh, so alt accounts. I do have an alt account, but I don't. It's been a long time since I used it, and I was using Kane on that alt account. I just named it old style.
Hell yeah,
That's what
hell
I
yeah,
old
hell yeah.
style. Yeah, that was my alt account for Fightcade. But like I said, I don't really use it, dude. Um, I just use Ken now on my main account too now, just to keep it all in one. Because I'll be honest with you, uh, I really don't have alts, dude. I really don't. Like, I just don't have any other characters that I really want to out with besides Ken. But I just stick everything to the main one. Then I got too lazy trying to remember the password for the other account, dude. And my old man memory, that was just like, I forgot the password, dude. Yeah.
My password is always Ray sucks, so it's easy to remember.
it was
That's-
Dudley sucks, dude. Dudley sucks. Dudley's cheap. That was the password, dude. Yeah, dude. I see a question here from Nika, I think. Let's see. When am I bringing the Houston custom back? I'm thinking of bringing it to the finale when I go, dude. If I'm planning to go to the finale, at least to the finale, dude.
Have
And
you
I'll
ever
bring
been
the
to
Hugo suit back. I'll bring the Hugo suit back there, dude.
Have you ever been to Aki, Erdo? Like Denver?
Yeah,
It's sick, right?
Yeah,
That's a good venue,
dude,
dude. Good
that
venue.
place is fucking sick, dude.
Yeah.
It's so fucking sick, dude.
Yep.
There's a
Yeah.
good story to that one, right? I remember that was Jazzy season one, and the points were like up in the air. And how did that go? So you go. I think Justin and Beastie were there, right? Is this the right tournament I'm thinking of?
For the suit or what?
No, for the when you went to Aki before.
Oh yeah, it was yeah. This was the tournament before the finale in New York, and the points were up in the air, like you said. It was me. It was between me and Tommy,
Hmm.
and I had to get I think top three, so I could beat Tommy. But I got right before that. Like
Hmm.
I was called Shotokan beat me. Oh, I'm sorry,
Mm.
Shodokan beat me.
Shit token.
Shadok.
Beat me, and he beat me, and when that happened, man, I felt bad for Mutant because he was like, God damn it, Caesar. He's like, you and Tommy are like right on there, dude. So you guys are like tied.
You guys were
So
exactly tied on points. I remember
we
this.
were tied on points, yeah. We were tied on points, yeah. So nah, Mutant sorted it out and all that. So, uh, but yeah, we were tied up on that. So, but I went to Aki. It's fucking sick, dude. Like I think they remodeled it. I think they did some changes
Mhm.
recently, and I think they added more caps or something. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's really cool, dude. That's probably my favorite like barcade like
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now, dude. It's fucking sick, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great
Um.
venue, dude. Great venue. There's last year there's so many cabs, and then the fighting game section is sectioned off from like the normies, right? Like it's always fucking weird when you're there playing like Third Strike and you're doing your thing, and there's like normies like hanging around the cabs and shit. It's like sectioned off. Like it is a beautiful venue, beautiful venue. So shouts to Aki.
Yeah. I think I want to go there again. But I'll see when, dude. The other place was, of course, my second, like my other favorite place to go to is like Chicago. Chicago's really fun. Every time I go there, I always have a good time when I go there. Um, and it's mostly because of like who's over there, really. Because their place where they hang out, like to play Third Strike, is pretty cool. That's actually where I found out about Old Style, that barcade they hang out to. It is cool, but like once you go to like Aki, everything else is you're like, damn, dude, like this place is so cool, man. Like I wish we had something like that over here, like in Houston. I mean, we have Game of Dreams, and we do have a bar next to Game of Dreams, which is it's cool. Don't get me wrong, I like it's awesome. But if we have a place like just like Aki, shit, dude, I think I'll be there for like a lot of time in there, dude. I think my wife and my kids wouldn't see me for like a week or something.
You could drive up to Raycade, dude. Raycade's always
Right,
open.
Kate?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It thinks that you're not around the corner, dude. Yeah, that really takes me like 5 hours, dude.
Um, okay. Oh, this question was asked by a few people. Why? What is the origin of the name Big Nasty?
Oh, dude. I'll be honest with you guys. The name, the story, the origin story is not that great, dude. It really isn't.
Mhm.
Yeah, because a lot of people have asked me, and they think because I play Hugo or because I'm nasty in the game, but it's none of those, dude. It's not even that cool, really. So the name came up because I used to work at a Dairy Queen when I was in high school, and I was talking to this coworker, and I forgot how the conversation started, but she was like, what's worse, being called nasty or being called a freak?" And then I said, "Oh, that's easy, man. Nasty. Being called nasty is worse than being called a freak." And my reasoning was, well, because she's like, what? No way. Like, a freak is worse. And I was like, were you a freak or something? And she was like, no, but, and I was like, well, I was telling her, for me, my point is that a freak will do a lot of things, but there's like a certain point where they will stop. But nasty means that you will do anything. Like, nasty, that means that there's no like a line you will not cross. You're fucking nasty, like, nasty, right? Like you would, there's like, like she would, like he or she would do anything. He's fucking nasty or she's fucking nasty, right? But freak, you're like, oh yeah, I get freaky, but I would not cross a line, right? So eventually, I was like, well, man, then it sounds like you're just a big fucking freak. And she was like, I told you I'm not, blah, blah. And then and she was like, you know what? I'm just gonna call you, since you're nasty, I'm gonna call you Big Nasty. And I was like, oh shit, you know what? Yeah, please do, because that nickname sounds tight. I was like, yeah, call me Big Nasty, please. I was like, that sounds awesome. So from there on, I just started putting my name like that on tournaments. And whenever she would see me, I would be like, she would try to accept my name. I was like, Big Nasty, please. All right. Because that's what I'm Big Nasty. And that's just how it took off, dude. I just started using that name on the tournaments. But I didn't realize that people were gonna start making fun of it a lot on online, which I actually like it too when people start like putting like other shit with nasty, like Big Nappy or Big Cheap or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's just the origin, dude. It's not that great, dude. Unfortunately, I don't have like an awesome backstory to it, like some of you guys have with your shit too, dude. It
Oh
was
no,
just as
our stories are stupid as well. I don't know Ray's, but yeah,
stupid as
mine's
well.
dumb.
Can we talk
Yeah.
about was it Kage? Can we talk about Kage though? I think like what is it? Texas Showdown. I remember like looking through footage and I'm like, the fuck is Kage? Is it Kage? And then I was like,
Ah,
oh
dude.
shit, that's Caesar. That's Caesar.
That was
Okay.
actually that one's actually more interesting than the first one, and actually I think it's more funny than the first one because um, what happened was this was a year. Well, I hope none of the Texas Showdown organizers are watching this, but that was a year where I didn't want to pay for a full batch to just play Third Strike.
Mhm.
And so what happened was my friend Cage, he's the one who goes by Cage. He went there, and I had just bought the spectator pass. So what happened was for you to play Third Strike was you had to buy the competitors badge and pay another extra, I think, $15 to play on Third Strike, if I remember correctly. So I was chilling there. I was just chilling. I wasn't playing anything like for the weekend. So my friend was like, "You're not gonna enter Third Strike?" I was like, "Nah, dude. I don't feel like paying for all this shit for one game, dude." So he was like, "Oh, dude, I got you, dude. Like, just use my badge. Use my name and the badge, and you
Huh.
can play in the tournament." I was like, "Oh yeah, I can do that."
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
so he was like, and they were checking for your badge when you were registering. So there's no way I could change my name. Like I had to show my name with the name Cage. So
Oh. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Now
yeah.
this
So
makes
that's
sense.
why I had to go by Cage because like I can't go by anything else. Otherwise, they're gonna be like, "Where's your badge at?" Right? And so my friend's like, "Yeah, here you go, dude. Let's just swap the badges while you play." He's like, "I'm already done with my brackets." So I was like, "All right, it's sick, man." So yeah, he was like, let me be Cage for now, dude. He's like, for once, I'll make your name sound really good on tournaments, dude. Don't worry about it. He was like, he was like, "Oh, all right, asshole." Yeah, so I went by Cage, and then the funny thing is that after that, I never went by Cage. I started going by Big Nasty on the other tournaments because, like, I found out about the Third Strike community, and everybody was like, "What happened to Cage? Like, who's Cage? Like, are you Cage?" I was like, "Oh no, dude, that's not me, dude. That's my friend." He was like, "Wait a minute, you have a twin or something?" I was like, "Nah, dude, that's me. I just went by my friend's name, dude, because I was being a cheap ass, dude. I was being a lame cheap ass, dude. Sorry, dude. I didn't really have what do you call it? I wasn't a responsible adult yet, so yeah, dude. I was still being a frugal FGC member, dude.
No,
Yeah.
that makes
So
sense.
that's why I was going by Casey. My friend let me borrow the name.
It's really funny.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, so
That's why
I have a
everybody was.
question. It's not one of the chat questions, but I've had it on my mind throughout this podcast, and there's not been a great opportunity to ask it. So I'm going to ask it now. You talked about you like going to Chicago. You really enjoy Chicago. Tell me your honest opinion about Chicago deep dish pizza.
You curious about Chicago pizza?
No, just like your honest opinion about the deep dish pizza.
I love it. It's
Okay,
awesome, dude.
that's
I
fine.
love it.
That's fine.
Ah, you hate it? Oh,
It's
wait,
it's
wait. Let
over.
me guess. Let me guess. It's just pizza lasagna, right?
The first time I saw Frankie say deep dish is just lasagna, stay woke, I was like that. That is my truth. That speaks to me.
Uh, dude, of course a Chun player would say this shit, dude. Of course a Chun player would say this shit, dude. Oh my god. Dude. You just keep with this fucking silly point views here, dude. First you play Chun and you say Chun is not so bad, and then now deep dish pizza is not that good. Next thing you gotta tell me tacos go on flour, tortillas, some
Okay,
shit
no,
like
no, I
that,
won't say
dude.
that. I won't say that.
Dude. You come up with me with that bullshit, Lance. I swear, dude. I swear, I'm picking Chun and beating you with Chun, dog. 'Cause, yeah,
Hey,
dude. You
that's
tell me that
see,
shit, dude.
you got to come to the light side. So we were talking all podcast about like Hugo's really tall, right? Has to deal with a lot of bullshit, and your side character Jurian, who is also really tall, has to deal with a lot of bullshit. Chun Li is like 2 inches tall. Half the moves just whiff over her head. So that's number one. Number two, Chicago and New York pizza are both overrated. So I don't know why
Hell
they think
no,
they
they're
have some
not,
kind of
dude. Hell
competition.
no, they're not, dude. No, they're not, dude. Chicago picks is fucking like good, dude. It's good, dude. I don't know why you be needing, dude. You gotta tell me Thin Crust is the best one, huh?
La- Lance, tell him your diet. It's just fucking McDoubles and Chick-fil-A, dude. Like,
And
let's be
that's fucking all
real.
you need, baby.
Let's be real.
Something tells me, yeah, something tells me Lance is a Thin Pizza enjoyer, dude.
I
Cause there's,
will.
I, don't- uh,
If you ever go to Alaska, talk to me because the best pizza in the country is in Alaska, and you won't believe me, but you have to try it.
nah, dude.
No one's going to
Moose,
Nah, dude.
Alaska
How
to
can
try
you
the
Moose's
hate
fucking
Tooth,
pizza,
Chicago
Lance.
pizza, dude? How?
Moose's Tooth Pizza,
Oh my god,
Uh,
you
the
and
best
David are
pizza in
on
the
this
country.
shit. Oh my god, I can't. I'm going to Chicago in 3 weeks for the first time. I'm gonna try some D dish.
I'll
I'll let
I'll
you
It's
tell you
guys
the
know.
yeah.
places. I will tell you the places to go to Chicago. I mean, Wax. Don't listen to Lance. Lance has been here. He's just trying to say shit to stir the pot. I think. Nah, dude. How you gonna tell me that, dude? Really, dude? Come on, man. The Chicago pizza is awesome, dude. Like every time I eat that shit, I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Like I'm ready to demolish anyone on thirst right now, dude. It gives me the power up, dude. Come on, seriously.
Agree to
Why
disagree.
why do you hate it? Why is it?
No,
Because
no, I don't
it's
hate
too
it. It's
thick?
fine. It's just they fucking New York and Chicago have been talking all this game for like forever about who's the best, Chicago or New York pizza. The answer is neither. The answer is Moose's Tooth in Alaska.
Oh my
Deep dish is
god.
overrated. It is lasagna.
Yo, come on.
Anyway, okay,
Anyway,
very important.
We're gonna have to have a food discussion another time because yeah, this is some wild ideas you're throwing out here, dude. Yeah, you
um,
really are, dude.
okay,
Yuki,
back back to
I think Yuki says something on the chat here. I think about
yeah, we got all the questions. We got all the questions.
oh yeah,
Lance, you want to fill pose, I guess, and then I'll take
yeah, yeah.
Yuki's.
We got two questions left.
Yeah.
So Poe writes, um, my question would be, what concepts or things to practice have been most powerful for you in learning Third Strike? Example, how to punish things, or when to be aggressive versus be defensive, etc.
the hardest ones, huh? The hardest ones will be yeah, punishes is so crucial, dude. Like I do tell people when they're learning the characters, like learn your punishes because you're the difference between winning or losing is definitely gonna be if you did the proper punish for certain scenarios. Because what you could go from doing like having to do one more decision to win the match to being to three more because you just did a regular throw instead of like a combo or SPE or whatever, right? So I think the hardest ones for me was like optimal punishes or be able to react to when to do like a punish, like a wave shoryu, right? Wave shoryu, oh shit, SPD, right away. Because sometimes maybe the first thing you're thinking is like, oh, whiff shoryu, oh, maybe trip or medium punch, right? Well, ideally you want for optimal punish damage you want like either SPD or Gigas if you have it, right? So it is kind of hard reacting to the situations when you have them and be able to have that answer like on the spot. And the other thing will be of course, I mean pairing, but pairing is universal for all characters. So I mean the other thing I was gonna say is probably spacing. Spacing and there's so many, dude, but I would say the difference. No, I'm gonna switch my answer. I'm gonna say the difference of knowing when to go in and when not to go in, because um, you want to put some fear on that person who you're playing, right? You want to show them that like if they try to do something dumb, you're gonna punish them for it, right? So once you know you have an idea of like, oh yeah, I think if I were to do clap, and the player blocks and I dash, I'm pretty sure I can get an SPD off of it because I'm pretty sure this person's afraid of what I'm gonna do, right? So that's probably the other concept that was really hard for me because before I just wanted to be on your face all the time to
Hmm.
get an SPD, but the more I played, the more I realized like I don't have to do that. Like, why am I doing that? It doesn't make sense to do that all the time because Hugo doesn't have to SPD all the time to win the match. It really doesn't. You SPD, you should be SPDing to either you punish something or you went in but because you knew that the player wasn't going to do anything, right? Or you just we just went for the SPD, right? But it does come with experience. Like you starting to realize like I shouldn't go in or I should just wait. And it is hard dude, because most of the time a lot of the characters want to keep you out, right? So you're gonna have to learn to just okay, here I'm just gonna stay on like this distance here, and I should be okay as long as I'm staying on this distance. If you're like close face to face, you start to realize what the character can do. Like if it's a can, most likely they're gonna either jump back and kick,
Hmm.
or they're gonna do like crouching low into some shit,
Hmm.
or maybe like short into something, right? So you start like going to process of elimination, right? Of like what could happen here, right? So that was hard. That was really hard for me to get a grasp on because most of the time I was always like, dude, I just want to go in SPD, Gigas, parry into Gigas, parry into throw or something like that, right? So it's something that you're just gonna have to learn the hard way that you can't just do it like that. You're just gonna have to learn it, and then after that it will be like footsies after that.
Sure.
But Hugo has good buttons. That's the thing. He has good buttons. He has a shitty hitbox. I mean, hurt box and slow walking speed. But his buttons are actually pretty good. He actually has really good buttons. Like
Yeah.
footsie wise, he can actually play really good footsies. Like it's only certain that other characters have better buttons, right? Like Makoto has really good buttons. Like trying to play footsies against this character is just dumb. So yeah, but yeah, I would say first. I'm sorry. It was punishes, and then after that was, of course, when to go in and when not to go in, and that's just gonna come with experience. It's not something that anybody can really. That like, people can give you an idea, but until you play yourself is when you're gonna learn. And I know it sucks because you're like, well, you're not really telling me what to do. It's like, well, sorry, dude. Sometimes that's the way it is. It's
Mhm.
it's it's just the way it is. You have to learn the hard way sometimes. Like, you're gonna have to try it, and once you start figuring out what you need to do, then you can ask like, hey, what should you think I should do better here to have better chances? Then that makes more sense, right? And more saying like, what do I need to do to win? That's such a general question, dude. Like that's really hard to answer.
Mhm.
Like don't get me wrong, guys. Like I don't mind when people ask me questions when you guys ask what do I do to win. I'm like, come on, dude. Like that's a hard question. You can like make it simple. It's hard. Like it's a combination of things, right?
Mhm.
It's better if you ask, what can I do on the neutral against Ken to get my to increase my chances of winning. That makes more sense, right? That's a question that it covers certain things that make more sense towards what you want to learn, right? Because if you just send a generalized question, it's kind of hard because I could go over several things. It's better to tell me what you're having problems with and then how we can break that down so it can make more sense, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
yeah, for if you're having problem with punishes, tell me what punishes you're having problem with, or how are you thinking when you're trying to punish something, right? Um, but if you're just saying like I just can't win, well then what? What are you having problems with? Is it at 360 itself, or are you having problems with like Ken keep spamming sweep and I don't know what to do with it, right?
Mm.
Stuff like that, yeah. But yeah, sorry guys, I know that was a more rant, but yeah, it's kind of hard to kind of help you guys when it's a generalized question like that, because I get it, it's frustrating. You want to know answers to all the things, but it's better if you just tell me what one thing you're having problems with, and then from there we can go, right? Yeah.
So that I have a follow up question to that. So you kind of were kind of touching on something that I think is interesting about characters with command grabs. And I'll give an example with Makoto because Makoto is something I understand her mix up. I feel like, which basically with Makoto, I feel like the threat of Karaxa is so high that most good players are just trying their best not to take Karaxa, So even though Crocs is her best tool, really what you're playing when you play offensively versus Makoto is you're playing under the assumption that they aren't going to take Karuxa. So the options you're picking are like, I'm going to beat the thing that they might do to avoid Karuxa. And I'm kind of wondering, how do you approach that whole psychological, like, you know, playing the player in terms of like, because I imagine Hugo's the same way, right? 360 and 720 are such big, great moves that probably most people are trying really hard not to take them. So how are you playing given that information?
Oh man, yeah. So for example, against like Makoto players, it's it's really just. I mean, I don't want to oversimplify it, but it really is. It's just rock paper and scissors when you play against Makoto, Hugo and Makoto, because when she if she goes close and we're like like face to face, that's just rock paper and scissors because either I can either SPD, or if I have Gigas I can Gigas, or she can try to command grab and I do Gigas, right? So from my point of view, the way I think about it is, okay, how is this person playing Makoto, right? Is this the type of person who's likes to um, maybe just go in one time, or they're just keeping away? For example, let's say that like a person who's playing me is just keeping away 90% of the time, and if for some reason they decide to go in, I'm here thinking, okay, either he's baiting me for a throw, or he's gonna just neutral jump. Either one of those two things, because um, it could be that he like the player might actually throw a throw, but I doubt it, dude. I mean, what would you chance it at that point, right? But it has happened before. But that's the way I'm thinking about it, right? It's like I start thinking, how's the player their habits, right? If the player is doing like he's going in a lot of the times, and I'm here thinking like, okay, eventually he's gonna throw a throw. So, but at least from what I've seen from most of the Makotos, is if they're gonna put you in a spot where it's a command grab and you're playing Hugo, and they're gonna put you in this on that situation where they're gonna throw either a command grab or something else. A lot of times I've seen is they put you in that spot, and what they do is they dash back and then dash forward again, right? Because they thinking that you're gonna press a button or do a command grab, right, to punish their command grab, right? So at that point, I'm here thinking like I'd rather take the option where we're back on neutral than try to guess it and get punished by a fat punish, right? Because with Makoto, the thing is, she once she has a momentum, is so annoying to like put her on a situation where she's on the corner, right? And even if she's on the corner, she's not that bad there, right? So it's sorry, it's a bit hard for me to explain, and it's just the way I think about it is, um, I try to notice what type of habits the player has,
Mhm.
and I'm seeing having a bit of issues with it because some people are really good with him. Some people are really good at noticing your habits really quick, and for me, like I'm a slow downloader, if you know what I mean, right? Like some players like Nika, Yuki, EXO, they're really good at adapting really quick. Like Nika is really good at adapting. I'm like, God damn it, dude! I barely play you one match, and you're already like noticing what I'm like, what I do on certain like setups.
Mhm.
Um, so um, it takes me. I'm a bit. It takes me a bit before I can break it down like that, because for me, like I will have to play you a couple of times before I can actually break it down like in that type of
Mhm.
level. I'm not that good at adapting. Some people are really good at it, like I said. So, um, but some if I don't, what I do though is I'm like, you're a Makoto player, you're gonna do something that everyone does eventually, right? Eventually, you're gonna do either back dash, forward dash, or double dash to try to get a command. I mean, a grab or something, right? So eventually, I'm like, okay, you're eventually gonna do something that everyone does. So, that's just a few things that help me uh, against certain players, right?
Mhm.
Uh, but psychological wise, dude, damn, dude, yeah, I don't think I'm on that level yet, dude. Yeah, um, I'm just going about like, I think you're gonna do this because you're playing this way, so I'm think you're gonna do this. Or sometimes I'll be honest with you, dude, is I just go with my gut feeling sometimes.
Mhm.
That's really all it is. Like those backbreakers you see me landing from time to time. I swear, it's just like I'm literally just thinking you're gonna jump,
Mm,
and you jump.
mm.
That's really all it is, dude. And sometimes you go like, how do you land? I was like, I just felt you're gonna jump, and you jumped. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, dude. Sorry, it's just sometimes you can't tell when you're gonna jump. Like I know you're gonna jump because I already put you through this in this scenario, right? I'm here like, okay, you're probably scared at this point. I'm sure you're scared right now if I were to do something and you're gonna jump. Those, yeah, like for example, you within universal overhead, dashing and not doing anything, that type of stuff. Like, yeah, those are just setups for backbreaker, right?
Mm.
But sometimes, like I said, sometimes it's just my gut. My gut just tell me you're gonna jump from here. I don't know why, and it just happens, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I don't have a more uh complex answer for it, but
No,
it's really
I
just
think
that.
that's
It's just my gut.
yeah, I think that's totally fine. I mean, that's like at the end of the day, like you said, this is just rock paper scissors, and at the end of the day, you're just reading your opponent's next move. And I feel like a lot of the best players have a sixth sense for the game. You know, for it, like you brought up Kang being good at adapting, and I remember there was a time period where I was really struggling versus Henry, and I was trying really hard to beat him. And Kang's like, "Oh, it's easy. You just walk up down parry his low medium kick." I'm like, well, how do I know when he's going to low medium kick? He's like, "Oh yeah, you just know." That kind of sixth sense for the game to some, every player has it to a different extent. But I feel like that's a lot of the game. Like that's a lot of the higher level players just kind of like know what the next move is and they know when it's coming.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, for a while there was that psychic Shoryu, like back in like a few years back. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but there was I forgot the name of the player, dude. He was a really good Ken player, but he pretty much he got um everybody said that he had the psychic Shoryu because no joke, dude. But damn, I wish I could remember the name of the player, but it's like from years back. We're talking about OGs here, but he had a Shoryu where every time you did a move, he would hit you with Shoryu, dude. But this is before your move came out. He was already hitting you with Shoryu. Like he knew when you were gonna press a button, dude. And we're like, dude, how do you know? Like, how do you know when I'm gonna press a button, dude? And it will blow your mind because for real, dude, like he would hit you with Shoryu with such precision, dude. Like you were like, dude, what? Like it doesn't make sense. Like, how do you know? That's why they would call it the psychic Shoryu. Because he would throw it and he will hit you with it like almost all the time, dude, and you will be afraid to press buttons, right? Because it feels like he was reading your mind.
Mhm.
And I saw it on videos too, dude. On videos, he will have it too. Damn, I'm gonna ask around and I'm gonna ask my friend Swabio. He probably knows about psychic Shoryu, and then so you guys can look at it. But yeah, some people just knew or know about like when you're gonna press a button or something. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, Ray, you take this one.
Oh yeah. So last question from the chat. This one's from Yuki. So can you ask about the Dagger G versus Caesar? I think it was first to 10 and third strike in Mark of the Wolves. Like, can you talk about I guess that matchup and like not only that but like third strike and Mark of the Wolves. I played Mark of the Wolves for the first time ever last weekend. Fucking sick game, dude. Sick game. Like no one told me it was sick. No one informed me of this. But like, tell me about that. Tell me about Mark of the Wolves. Tell me about other games that you play outside of third strikes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Yuki wants to know anything exactly, but yeah, I don't know if Yuki wants to know anything exactly about that game, but
He literally
yeah.
just said
So,
ask more about Mark of the Wolves. So
oh, okay, yeah. So, I mean, I know about the game for a while, but I didn't start playing it until recently. It's probably been about a year, maybe it's about to be maybe 2 years since I started playing it. And yeah, dude, it's a fun game, but honestly, it's a busted game. It's really, really busted because um certain characters have like Kevin. Um, he has a infinite that locks you, and you can't do anything about it. Like it's a guaranteed win. Once he hits you with it, you're done.
I
So,
I think Yuki showed me
uh,
that on shit on Twitter the other day. Cause like after Friday, like
yeah,
I was like, dude, this game's kind of sick, bro. Like show me some Twitter photo where he's like, oh, you can't get out of this. It's fucked. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
okay,
No,
okay.
believe me, okay. Like it's a really fun game. It's actually really technical. It's really hard actually when you play it on high level, and it's really fun. But I can't compare it to Third Strike. It's a completely different than Third Strike. The only thing is that it has the just guard system, which is like instead of forward. you do back
Back, yeah,
to
yeah,
like parry, and he gives you a bit of health, but the window is smaller,
yeah, yeah.
and for you to cancel off of that move, the cancel window is 2 frames to cancel off the just guard. So it's really hard to do it. It's hard, dude. So, but anyways, game is really fun. I play Marco, which is the shadow of that game, and he's pretty straightforward. That's actually the one character I'll recommend people to start with because he's straightforward, good damage, good normals. Combos are not that hard. Uh, what's it called? Good supers.
Mhm.
The only thing is that he's lacking on anti-airs, but outside of that, he's pretty solid character. Um, Regarding the first attempt against Dagger G, funny enough, I started playing, and then Dagger G started playing like a few months later, and then we started talking to each other, trying to figure out how to play the game because no one, dude, I don't know why, dude, but that community is such a gatekeep community as well. The Garo
Oh,
community,
really?
they're
Okay.
fucking gatekeepers, dude. They're like they don't like teaching new people,
Mm.
and they always taunt, and they're always like talking shit. You beat them, and they're like rematch. Oh, you got lucky rematch, or like, oh man, I already know how you play, rematch me, or stuff like that. Yeah, dude, it's just the Garo community is not that friendly, dude. It really isn't, dude. But anyway, so I had to learn again the hard way too because there's no good guides online for the game. No one wanted to teach me how to break in the game, and by breaking I mean is whenever you hit a special, you can break the move, which means that it cancels the animation, so you can do
Mhm.
something else. So I don't know if you guys play King of Fighters 13, but Mr. Karate had like a
No.
Shoryu that he could like hop it. He does like a little hop off the Shoryu.
Mhm.
That's like a break.
Mhm.
So you can break like the Shoryu, so you can do something afterwards. So no one wanted to teach me how to do that. I asked around, everybody's like, someone told me how to do it, but they didn't go into details. They didn't want to go into details. They're just like, I told you how to do it, figure it out. I was like, okay. I look at videos, the videos were not good. They're not really explaining it that well because they tell you, but what they don't tell you is that to break successfully, for example, if you're trying to break a Shoryu,
Mhm.
you gotta press A and B, hold A and B, but you also gotta hold the diagonal down so the break goes successfully. No one was telling me that. So I could never break properly, and I've had to figure out the hard way. It took me like 3 months before I could figure out how to do it properly. So yeah, but anyways, um, if you want to play, I'll recommend it. It's really fun. It's a really fun game. It's busted as hell now. So don't be surprised if one combo takes away like 70% of your health.
That's good though. That's good. That's
It's
fun.
yeah,
That's fun.
it's really fun because once you have there's the that mode on Garo, which is the top mode, which is like where you do like double damage.
Mhm. Is that
Yeah,
the
when you hit,
blinking thing? Like where you
that's
start
a yeah, it's
blinking?
when you're like when you're glowing.
Okay, okay. Because I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, I don't even understand what's going on right now. So.
Yeah, when you're glowing, it means that you're on top mode, which means that you do double damage.
Hell
And when
yeah.
when you're in that mode, dude, every character hurts like yeah, like one combo is like gigas damage or more, dude. So yeah, um, that's what's really rewarding about Marco, dude, because you get hit by one combo of his, it's like 70% no matter what, like at least 70%. So that's why some people is like, man, this game is busted, and some people's like, oh man, this game is so balanced because everybody can
Yeah.
do crazy damage and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's fun. I would say it is hard. If I were to play, if I were to recommend who you start with,
Mhm.
Marco, and once you learn how the game, probably Kevin if you're gonna play competitively, but people are gonna hate you because that character is really busted. It is so annoying, like so busted, dude. Now going back to what Yuki was about the first to 10 with Dagger G, um, that one was uh, for me it was kind of interesting to say the least because um, we have played a lot before, but leading to this first to 10, it's been a while since I last played him, and he got way better. He's gotten way better. He actually streams a lot of Garo now. Like I see him streaming a lot of the tournaments for like the the South America players and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think he
He
hosts,
hosts a
right? Like he hosts some
yeah he
tournaments, I
hosts
think.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah he hosts a lot of them. Um, so he the thing about that matchup is, of course, whoever gets the first jump in, then it's kind of done after that, dude. Um, it's um for him, he plays really. How can I say it? He kind of tries to play Remy with Marco, which is kind of weird. Like I don't know how to explain it, dude, but he makes it work somehow. The only thing is that what we can't do in that game yet, and I still can't do to this day, is guard cancel, which is what I was mentioning. So like when you do the just guard and then cancel into a super move or a special
Okay.
move, as you say. I still can't do it, dude. And I don't know how the people in Latin America do it. I really don't know, dude. But they got this shit like on lock. They can do that shit like with ease. Um, and Dagger G, she's just like, yeah, dude. I don't bother with it, dude. I just super or reverse super, dude, because it's hard, dude. In doing that online, I really don't know how they do it, dude. It's crazy. Um, I tried it. All I can do is guard cancel off a fireball because that's the easiest one for me, dude. It's just half
Yeah,
circle
yeah.
of the just guard, half circle, and it comes out. But anything else, I'm like, forget it, dude. I can't do it. Like my hands are trying to do it. Uh, Not that you mentioned Garo, dude. I didn't even know this, but one of our Houston locals won the Evo tournament for Garo.
Oh, who is that?
He
Who's
go,
that?
yeah, he goes by different names now. Now he goes by Scrub online, and his name on tournaments was Rubik's. He was playing the Modok team on Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but I didn't find out until recently that he won the Evo tournament. And I'm here thinking like, damn, dude, no one plays Garo here besides me until I found that out. I
Yeah,
think,
yeah. We have
yeah, dude.
We have Arthur. Arthur. He plays the SA3 Yang here locally, but he won Garo 1 year. So we always
Oh
fuck.
yeah, he did.
Yeah, we always fuck with him like, oh, Evo champion Arthur. And he's like, oh, shut the fuck up, like whatever. We're like, oh, Evo champion. Arthur's sick. Arthur's a good dude.
Oh shit,
He
dude.
works for Free
I
Play
didn't realize we
actually.
had Evo champions for Garo here.
Yeah,
Like, what?
yeah,
That's so
yeah.
random.
He works at a corporate for fucking Free Play or whatever. But like, yeah, shouts to Arthur. I
Oh,
doubt he's watching this, but
wow, dude.
yeah,
I would
yeah,
have never guessed that, dude.
yeah. But Arthur's
Yeah,
sick.
actually, I've been
Arthur's
trying to find
sick.
people to play with Garo because the only people you can play Garo right now is 5K, and like I already said, a lot of them are salty motherfuckers, dude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, dude. A lot of them, they're just like, if you beat them, they get mad, and if you ask them, they're like, go figure it out, and we're like,
Yeah,
never mind, dude. Like,
that's why
never mind.
I'm thinking about picking it up because I played it at the arcade and I was like, this feels good. It doesn't feel bad. Like when you, I don't know, like the newer games I try to play and I'm like, this feels bad. Like I don't like any of this, but like Mark of the Wolves, I was like, oh, this feels pretty good. Like this is a good game. Like
Yeah, dude. It's a smooth game for sure, dude. Try it out for sure. Definitely try it out. I can help you with it with what I know, but don't expect me to do like extreme high level shit because even I have problems with that. But I can show you the basics at least to get you started. Believe me, just learning the basics will take you a long way because no one showed me. So believe me, I'll cut your time in half. Believe me. Yeah, as long as you can break, you already know like at least half of the game.
bro, I'm still working on the basics in Third Strike, so like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, let's do one step at a time here, Ray.
Hey, like I'm still trying to learn how to play Third Strike, dude.
Okay, so to cap us off, we just got some rapid fire questions for you. You can take as long as you want to answer. So if you have a longer answer for it, that's fine. But we'll just throw some questions at you real quick.
All right.
Question one. Gib Crum asked Nasty what I should get at Canes right now. This was like 20 minutes ago, so I don't think he's in line anymore. Also,
Wait,
what can you even get at Canes? There's,
Canes?
yeah, Raising Canes.
chicken,
Okay,
chicken, dude,
okay,
chicken, chicken.
okay. And follow up question to that. Do you
Lance,
think Raising Canes is good?
I don't want to hear your fucking opinion on
I just
Canes,
want to hear
dude.
if Caesar thinks Raising Canes is good.
Racing Canes?
Yeah,
It's okay. I mean, their
it's
sauce is really what makes it really. You know
it's
what?
okay,
Actually,
right? It's
it's
mid.
okay. It's just that like the chicken itself is like unseasoned chicken, so I was like, without
Yes.
the sauce, it's like, and I give you, and I don't know about you guys and your location, but my locations, it feels like they shrunk the fucking chicken too. Like they used to give me big pieces, and the last two times I went, they gave me like chicken nuggets or something like that. I was pissed, and I was like legit. I was legit thinking of going back and tell them like, "Hey man, you guys gave me like chicken sized strips, man, and this thing is like $10. Like, come on, dude. Like, don't do me like that, dude."
So
But
shrinkflation.
dude, but come on, the chicken too, dude. Come on,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, it's okay. Like I personally, and I don't know, maybe this is another hot take, is I think Slim's chicken is better than Kane's chicken.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't had it.
Yeah, try Slim's chicken if there's one around your area.
What
Because
the?
Slim's chicken, I think they have about 6 different sauces, and the Canyon Ranch is amazing, dude. It's life changing, dude. That shit is
Okay.
so good. Yeah, dude. Like, well, for me it was because once I had it, I was like, dude, what is this? So I had to like it was so good that I had to look it up to see how I could make it at home because I didn't feel like paying $10 for a basket over there in Slim Chicken just to
Yeah.
get me 2 cups of that shit, right? So, but the thing about the Slim Chicken, also they season their chicken, okay? They season that shit. So, I'm like, I'm Mexican, dude. I need me my seasoned food, dude. I need me seasoned food. You give me unseasoned chicken, I'm gonna look at you kind of sus, right? Like, come on, dude, where the flavor at, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, I mean, I know a lot of people who like canes. Don't get me wrong. Like I'll eat canes from time to time. It's not like I will avoid it, but the current price that they're at, I'm like, nah, I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so expensive for mid chicken. I'm glad we're on the same page on this. I think we have a lot of common ground after all.
Actually, no, I have another question of my own now.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and depends how you guys answer this. Is if I'm gonna talk to you guys or not, okay? And I'm gonna be rough on this one, okay? And even to the chat, okay, chat, please tell me how you feel about this because I have strong feelings about this side, okay? I personally feel this side is a scam. If you're paying for this side, you're a scrub and you're getting scammed, okay? You should not be paying for this, okay? So if you guys have your opinions about this, let me know. I think that coleslaw is a
Oh my
scam
god!
and
God
should be
Yes.
damn it!
banned.
Yes.
You
God
should
damn
not
it!
pay for
Yes.
coleslaw, dude.
Correct.
Oh
Coleslaw
my
is a
god!
scam. It
That
is
is
the
absolutely
worst
right.
side. It's the worst side ever created in ever. Okay,
Yes.
Oh my god!
Coleslaw is so trash.
Dude, I was so
coleslaw is
vindicated.
trash.
I was so vindicated by Yuki the other day because I told my wife, I was like, hey, me and Yuki are hungry. Like, get us some canes on the way home. She's like, all right, cool. And Yuki's like, oh, I want double slaw. And I'm like,
Oh
fuck it.
no.
Fuck yes.
Double
Double slaw. Yes.
What the fuck
Someone
is
double
that?
understands
slaw.
now. Like, double
Oh
slaw.
god, dude.
I fucking. Slaw.
No.
Oh my god. Slaw is so good, dude. Like, slaw
No.
is.
No, it's
No.
not.
I
Dude,
don't even
it's
like.
just
I don't even like anything in slaw. Like, I don't like the fucking cabbage. I don't like the mayonnaise. I don't like any of it. But for some reason, slaw works, dude. It works.
no, dude, it's
It
literally
works.
it's just cabbage mother in
And
mayo,
it's
dude.
It
fucking
It's not even
delicious.
good.
I
is
don't
not
like
good.
any of that stuff. But for whatever reason, give me a fucking big bowl of slaw. I'm in, dude. I'm in. But yeah, like
Oh
fucking double
man, dude.
slaw. Double slaw, I'm in. So I don't know. I can't agree with you guys on that. Canes is
It's
mid.
No,
I will
dude.
say that. But double slaw,
No,
I'm
man.
in. I'm in. I'm in.
Sorry, dude. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I can step in your home for the next year or not, dude. I think I'm gonna have to like just like be like, man, this guy likes slaw. I don't think I can look at you the same way, dude.
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
all I'm gonna look at you is like slaw lover now. Dude. I'm gonna be like,
Ah,
man,
damn.
this guy likes double slaw. Like, what the hell's wrong with him, dude? Come on.
Young
Sorry,
Pretty
players.
man.
shameful, Ray.
Young players, dude. Young players. We like double slaw.
No,
So.
it's just that like
No.
it's just like for me, I no matter what I try it, how many everyone's over to me, you haven't tried good slaw, man. I'm like, dude, no, I have tried hella slaw. Okay, I
To
have
be
tried slaw.
fair, I understand why people don't like slaw, but for me, it's fucking godlike, dude. I'll
No,
fucking
dude.
slather that shit in cold slaw. I don't give a
Man,
fuck.
you might need to check your taste buds, man. I don't know,
Yeah.
dude.
They're like, oh, you haven't had the good slaw. There's no such thing as good
There's
slaw.
no
So
such thing as good slaw.
I will
Yeah,
say that there's no such thing as good slaw. Like, don't act like one slaw is better than the other slaw. It's all
nah,
the
dude.
fucking same, all right? It's all the same, but it's
Nah, dude.
delicious. I will say that. So.
You know what's the hack for canes? Tell them to throw that slaw in the trash and give you 2 piece of toast,
Ah,
and then give me that shit, and then you make yourself a ghetto sandwich with the sauce
see,
and the chicken
that's
strips
my
on there.
wife's shit. Same way with my
And
wife's shit.
that's the game
You're
changer
like
right there, dude. Throw
no
that slaw in
slaw,
the trash,
double
please.
toast, double slaw, or double cane sauce, and then yeah, that's her shit. So I'm like, oh, give me that slaw. Fucking, you don't deserve that
Nah,
shit.
dude. Man, see, a lot of people in the chat agree too that slaw is garble, dude. It's just not
yeah.
good, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry,
GG,
man, but
Ray.
if you're paying for slaw, you're getting ripped off, dude. Yeah, you could get a better side like mac and cheese or some other shit, dude. Yeah. Every time I go to a barbecue place and they tell me you want slaw, I look at him like with angry eyes and be like, no, give me like, give me a mac and cheese or anything else besides slaw, please. Yeah,
What's the
and
best
extra
sides at a
toast.
barbecue place?
It depends on the barbecue place you go to because everyone has their own, right?
Yeah.
So, but for me, usually what I like to try for the barbecue joints is gonna be for their sides at least. It's gonna be how they do their mac and cheese, and if they have corn pudding, how their corn pudding is.
Interesting. Okay.
And the other one would be what you call it if they have Brussels sprouts.
Ah,
Sometimes they do the Brussels sprouts. This place I go to here called Tree Barbecue, they do the Brussels sprouts and they do caramelize them some way. Dude, they're so good, dude. Like I can't have enough of those. But their corn pudding, damn, dude. Like I could get a bucket of that and I'll be good, dude. Yeah. So I'll try that usually, but usually they're mac and cheese too, and see what they
okay.
have. After that, uh, I'm okay with whatever they have, except like I already said, their coleslaw. I'm not touching that shit, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. What about potato salad? How do you feel about potato salad?
Oh, I love potato salad, dude.
Good. Okay,
Yeah,
excellent.
Potato salad's got
yeah.
like I gotta say that. But for real, is it all just the young players in a chat that fucks with slaw? It's like me, Yuki, Chosen. That's it. Like literally, fucking all the young players.
Damn,
Fuck
all
with
young
slaw.
players.
I guess so,
Uh,
dude. I guess that's a young thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it's just you guys have bad taste on everything. I guess I don't
yeah, yeah,
know.
yep.
Oh my god.
Very true.
Man.
Uh,
Now I'm just messing around, dude. Nah, don't take it the wrong way, dude.
Nah, you guys are good. I'm bringing extra fucking slaw the next time I go to Houston. I swear
Dude,
to
you should
God.
call the next event you have at your house this law something
Yeah.
with something with coleslaw, dude. And you'll be like, oh, you'll be like, you can't enter unless you eat a side of slaw, then you can enter
hell
into the
yeah.
house, dude.
Hell yeah. That's the only thing they get. Slaw and Lone Star.
okay, next question. What are your top 5 games of all time?
Top five. Um, well, of course, Third Strike.
Alright.
Um, the next one would be Majora's Mask.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Majora's Mask. Uh, After that, Gears of War 2.
Oh shit, Geo. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Gears of War 2. StarCraft.
Mm.
Pre-war or
First
what?
one, first one,
First one.
first one,
Okay.
first StarCraft.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's Warcraft 3 is close second after
Ah,
StarCraft. Yeah, because I
I
played the shit out of Warcraft 3, dude. Like I was on that shit. I was on those two games like nonstop. There was a time where I was playing nothing but RTSs, dude. Like I started playing fighting games. I was like all about Warcraft 3 and StarCraft. Like I was playing nothing but that. Um, on StarCraft I was playing like Terrans and Zergs for my main races, and on Warcraft I was playing humans and elves for my main ones, dude.
Can we
Yeah,
ask
they were really fun
Lance?
games.
Can we ask Lance what his APM is, real quick? Can we just ask that real
so
fast?
after Rennick came on the podcast last episode, because he's really into Warcraft 3 as well, and I was too back in the day, but like at a very low level. Like my APM was like fucking 40. Um,
40.
40.
40? Don't be fucking. It's 14, bro.
So no, it's
14.
no, it's 40.
14?
No, we checked it. It's 40.
14.
But so I tried again, and I was always bad back then. But back then I could win. I feel like the level like 12 years ago was lower. Maybe I don't know. But anyway, I tried again. Rennick inspired me to like go try Warcraft 3 again. I lost 8 games in a row and I just quit. I was like, okay, I
Oh
I
damn.
cannot find an opponent I can beat.
He's in fucking Discord like, there's gotta be someone out there worse than me. And I'm like, I promise there's not, bro. I promise there's not. 14 APM?
Yeah.
Like,
It's
what are
it's
you?
48 p.m.
You're
Ray.
fucking 80 years old with 14 APM? Like,
It's
Jesus
Damn.
Christ.
14
Like,
p.m. That means you're clicking everything with the mouse, dude. God damn.
I was
Yeah, back
fucking
when I was.
building. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, dude. Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying I just played mass hunts and I just lost every game.
Yeah, dude, like when I was playing a lot, like when I was actually playing, my APM was like between 120 to 140.
Okay, okay.
Like when I was actually playing, like for real. Um, Anyways, then I think for my last favorite game of all time, uh, damn, that's rough, dude, because damn, I have so many, dude. Like I really have so many that I could put on this list. But damn, dude, it's really rough, dude. Like I could put any game here. Um, Shit, I played the fuck out of it. I mean, man, you guys are making this hard, dude. I will say between, damn, I'll say probably Damn it, dude. It's so hard. It's so hard for me to pick, dude. I'd probably say either Killer 7 or God of War 3.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, between those two, because I like Killer 7. At one point, I kind of got obsessed with that game because I was trying to figure out everything about that game. It's kind of obscure because a lot of people didn't know about it, but yeah, I would say Killer 7 because I got to the point where I was obsessed and I was trying to find everything I could find about that game. And
Hmm.
God of War 3 because just God of War 3 was just like, damn, dude, I could not like for me it was like the perfect finale for the series. Like it did everything just right. The boss scenes, the music, the story, it was good for me. So yeah, I'll probably put that on number 5 for now. Yeah, between those two. I just can't make my mind up. But
Yeah.
yeah, so Third Strike, Majora's Mask, Gears of War 3, StarCraft, and then between Killer 7 or God of War 3.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Um. Okay. Who is your third strike rival?
Uh, that's a good question, dude. I don't know. I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't think I have one. I mean, I think I have. There's people that I desire that I want to beat, but there's a few of them. But I don't think I have a. I don't know, dude. I'll be honest, with you, I never thought about it. I don't,
Okay.
because I don't think I've. Yeah, I don't think there's any player that I'm like every time we have like a rivalry back and forth. I mean, we play a lot back and forth, but no offense, like no offense. I mean, I don't really say we're rivals. More like, more like we're the classic now. The
Yeah, the
classic.
Texas
Yeah,
Classic.
we're the Texas Classic now. Yeah, that's what I would say. We're the
Yeah,
classic now because we're like no matter how we play, always end up playing each other. It's like
that is true.
why? It always
Yeah.
happens, right? So we're
Hmm.
El Clásico. Yeah, we're the Clásico now.
El
Yeah,
Clasico.
yeah, El Clásico. Yeah,
Yep.
but rivals, nah, dude. Unless I don't know, unless you guys think of someone, but I personally can't think of someone here. Really, no, I really
Yeah,
don't, dude.
that's okay.
Sorry, guys. I really don't have think of someone as like my rival. If anything, it's just like there's a bunch of just I desire to beat, but that's it. Yeah.
Sure.
Sorry
That
for
makes
the
sense.
anticlimactic question.
Okay, no, that's fine. Okay, next question. And you can answer this one in two ways. So the question is, what is your dream team cooperation cup 5-person dream team? That can either be like, oh, this is the 5 players I think would best represent America, or it could just be like, oh, the 5 guys that I want to make a team with, like my dream team that I would be a part of. So either way you want to answer it.
Okay, I guess dream team with anyone would be well almost all the Jazzy finalists, really, dude. I mean,
Hmm.
um, for sure you have to be Nika, 5 star, Ryan. Well, I'm not even sure if Ryan's playing anymore. Um, Let me see. Yeah, dude. I'm gonna have to think here. Give me a second. Neem for sure. Um,
That's four. That's four. Who's the fifth?
I even
Who's the
feel I don't
fifth?
know why, but I feel that I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I always feel that a team needs to have one person who is like the savvy one, or like the one who's like the how can I say it, like the one who has the wisdom on of the team,
Okay.
Like the
right? Like the
OG?
leader, I guess. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
say like,
yeah.
okay, you gotta have a leader, but a leader doesn't always means that they'll know what they're doing, right?
Mm,
You just maybe say you're the leader because you're the strongest player, right? But I
Mm.
feel
yeah.
like they need to have someone who can tell them like, hey, I think you should do this, just because they know they have so much experience with them, right? Um, Seriously, like if I wanted to have someone like that, it would be Mutant because Mutant has like he has experience, dude. He has
He's
experience, dude.
coach, right? Like
Yeah, he has experience, dude. Yeah.
that's important too
But
in teams.
yeah,
Like
so I would like to put him there just because
Hmm.
like I feel like he knows he will be able to like probably guide a team. But then again, it depends, right? Because I don't know how everybody will interact on the team, but I feel like if I wanted to be in a team, I would like to have Mutant on my team just because I'd be like, hey, you're the teacher, dude. Like, just somebody like you help me out here, figure out what I need to do, type of thing.
Hmm.
But AVT between him. Okay, so I said a 5 star, Neem, Nika, uh, who was the other person I was saying? God damn it, dude, I'm forgetting the
Ryan.
names. Ryan,
So you got a
and
Chun,
I guess
a Ken, and a Yang. Think about
Yang,
that.
and
Composition.
I
Composition.
guess probably be between I guess I would say Yuki too.
Yum.
Yeah, Yuki. But the thing is that it can be because I can think of a lot of other players that can switch. Maybe I would switch maybe Ryan because I don't know if Ryan's still playing. I would
Mhm.
switch maybe Ryan with maybe yeah, you would have to switch maybe Ryan because I don't know if he's still active. So,
Hmm.
but like if he was active like he was, then yeah, I will put Ryan there. But if he's not, then I will put shit, dude. I can think of a few names, but I know I'm gonna rustle some feathers if I say the names.
It's
So
really not though, dude. Cause
yeah,
like, I
Yeah,
feel
I don't
like
think
the
anyone
I feel
gives
like
a
the
shit
top
at
of the
this point.
top is like it's fucking any given Sunday, right? Like everyone at the top is sick. Like
Yeah.
who's playing well on this Sunday? Like who's doing well? Like
yeah, yeah. Um, shit, dude. There's a few players I can think of. I mean, active players. Yeah. Um, yeah. I'm gonna leave it like that for now. Yeah.
mm,
But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's fine.
Ryan will be the one that I would maybe switch, maybe with another player.
mm,
Uh, depends, like I said, if they're active or not. I would switch it with another player, but otherwise the other picks that I said, those are like solid picks that I would
Yeah.
yeah.
say that have a good chance. Yeah, for sure. Them.
Yeah.
Ryan is the only
Yeah,
one
no one
that I
could
would
argue with
switch
any of
between.
those for
Yeah.
sure.
Now, if I were to pick a team for my
Mhm.
team, for sure,
Okay,
Mutant will be
okay,
there.
okay.
For
Build
sure,
Caesar's team. Like you're on the team and you need four other people. Who are you teaming with?
for sure, Mutant.
Okay,
Uh,
okay.
then me. Uh, then we will need. Oops, sorry. I can think of a few people that it's just like, dude, it's gonna be. I would put. I want people. I know it's gonna sound like damn, that team's gonna lose, but I want people who play, a bit like some like Alex. I want an Alex player in there too,
Holy
Okay.
shit. Okay,
So I
okay,
want True That on
okay,
there.
okay.
Yeah, True That because I mean I feel like that'd be sick already. We have Mutant and an Alex on there. That sounds pretty sick, dude.
So
I'll take that
hold
too.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean sorry, yeah, hold that. My bad. I can listen
yeah,
to
yeah.
that. Yeah, hold that. Yeah, I knew I was saying his name wrong. Yeah, hold that. Um, then the next one. Let's see. Yeah, dude. Fido probably because he plays Remy between maybe
Okay.
Fido or what you call it? What was that other Remy player? Dagger
Mm.
G. Dagger G or Fido for a Remy player, and so that's four already, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, and then we're taking to pretty low here, dude.
You got Necro, Hugo,
Man.
Remy, Alex.
Alex,
Alex,
yeah.
that sounds kind of sick though, dude. You like that? That sounds an interesting team. That sounds like an interesting team.
To be
It doesn't
Um,
sound like it's gonna
fair,
get
like
far, but it sounds like an interesting team.
a one game format, like fucking yeah, why not? Why not,
Anything
right?
can happen in one game
Yeah,
format, right?
yeah.
Yeah, anything can.
mhm.
And after that, let's see. Shit, dude, I'm trying to think who else could be here, dude, who plays uh semi mid to semi low tiers, dude. I'm here thinking, dude. Shit, man. I'm sorry, I didn't think this one too through. um, yeah, dude, oh, well, yeah. If we could get him out of hiding Sandy bags.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
sure.
Okay, double
Yeah,
Hugo,
if we could
dude.
get,
Like
yeah. So we could get Mutant, me, Fido, Hold That, and Sandy Bags. Yeah, I'll be pretty happy with that too. I'll be like, yeah, let's see how let's see how far we can get
yeah, yeah.
with this team.
Shouts to
Yeah.
Sandy,
Yeah,
dude. Shouts to Sandy.
yeah,
Uh,
Sandy. Yeah, Hold That will be pretty sick. Yeah, and I think with Hold That and I Hold That and Mutant. Yeah, for sure. Those are like those are like solid choices. And Sunday Bags, I don't think he's that rusty either. And Fido's really good too. So I think he'll be he'll probably beat a couple people when he goes there for sure.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Damn, dude, I kind of want to make that team happen. That'd be sick, dude.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey, co-op's happening this year, dude. Let's see it. Let's see it.
yeah, that'd be sick, dude.
Okay, one last question, and that's it for our rapid fires. What is your favorite Third Strike memory? Do you have like one memory where you're like, okay, that was awesome?
Oh man, dude, that's a really good question. Who asked that?
Oh, me. That was me.
Really?
What a
Really?
great
That's a
question
good
I wrote.
question. Man. That's a
Don't
really good question.
don't
About
gas him
time you asked
up,
something
dude.
good, dude.
Don't gas him up.
Well, I mean, well, that's what I'm saying. About time he has something decent now, dude.
I
I
know,
mean,
Yeah,
right?
for the co-op dream team, I would be the best on the co-op asking questions dream team. So
uh, but yeah, dude. Damn, dude, I have a lot, dude. I really do have a lot. Um, my favorite memory though. Hmm, probably, probably the first time I ever went to my first major, which was Frosty 2019.
mhm.
That whole weekend was like my favorite Third Strike memory, I would say, because that was my first major for Third Strike, and then I met everyone. Everyone that was playing Third Strike was there pretty much. Like for the Chicago scene and other scenes were there. Like the number of people playing was like a lot.
Mhm.
Um, and it was awesome, dude. Like I still remember, I still recall it all the time. I still talk to Jesse and I always tell him about that time. I mean, I met the legendary Grim Lock. I mean, dude, it was so awesome, dude. Fucking Grim Lock, dude. It was so cool, man. Like I mean, freaking meet I got to hang out with E, dude. It was so cool. Synapse, all of them, dude. It was awesome. Dude. Like meeting everyone that was that you have met online, but then first time you meet him in person was just you can't describe it. It is so cool, man.
Mhm.
And then my first taste of old style, Chicago pizza, all that, dude. It was just cool, dude. It's so awesome, dude. Like I'll never forget that time I maybe made Bankavad. And then the second time I went, it was just as good. But like the first time, I can't describe it, dude. It was just so awesome, dude.
Mhm.
I'll never forget it, dude. It's probably gonna be the one time I always remember, and I felt like it changed me because I was like, man, I want to keep doing this. Because before I went there, I was just like, this is just kind of like I'm just kind of messing with it. Right? I was still playing competitively, but
Mm.
it was just like I'm just doing it for fun. But now, like when I went to Frosty and all that, I was like, damn it, I kind of want to keep doing it now, right? It fired me up a bit.
Mhm.
But yeah, that one for sure is my favorite memory. And then after that, I would say, yeah, like the Jazzy finale, and then the next Frosties and all that. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, fun times, dude. I mean, and I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it, dude. It was awesome, dude. Yeah, it's just now time is not as available as before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. That's true. Awesome. That's an awesome. Yeah, I love that. That's awesome. Ray, you got any last questions?
I'm getting hyped up for Frosty now. This is gonna be my first Frosty ever in a couple of weeks, so like I'm getting all fucking jazzed up now the way you're talking about it. So hell yeah, hell yeah. So
Yeah, Frosty's
Yeah.
great. I really enjoyed the 2 years I went. I thought
Yeah.
one of my favorite majors I've ever gone to.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Mark. Yeah. New York. I think 2019 was fun, but it wasn't like um. We did a lot of fun things. Don't get me wrong. Like that night when we went. Okay. Mark is talking about we went to eat Korean barbecue with Noe
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
and David uh that night, and we had never gone to Korean barbecue before. And me and Mark were already kind of tipsy already. Like we had already been drinking. So when we asked Noe, where you guys going? We're like, he's like,
Hell
oh, we're
yeah.
gonna get Korean barbecue. I was like, oh, we never had that. He's like, you never had that? It's like, all right, let's go. Um, so uh, fucking Mark, he didn't tell me this, but he had a ball on him, and when we sit down finally, he's like, hey, do you want a drink? I was like, oh yeah, dude, let's see what they have in the menu. He's like, no, dude, do you want a drink? And he takes out the bottle. I was like, oh shit, dude, like how do you sneak it in? He's like, dude, but chow, man, they're gonna kick us out of the city shit. He goes like, nah, dude, we good, we good. And then I was like, all right, dude, give me some of that shit. So eventually we started eating and all that, and the server notices the bottle and he kind of looks at Mark, and the Mark looks at the server, and the server just he keeps going his way. He's just like, I didn't see that shit. He's like, he probably was thinking like, I already deal with too much shit. I don't want to deal with these drunk assholes are here. So we keep drinking. Now, Mark, oh god, dude. he got bodied by the Korean barbecue, dude. He got bodied, dude. Like he he ate it, and next thing, like I'm eating, I'm talking to Noe, David, all that. I'm chilling with them, and Mark is really quiet, so I'm here thinking like, oh, maybe he's just eating. Well, I look at him, the man is like this, and I'm like, dude, I'm like, Mark, and he's like, what, dude? I'm like, dude, are you okay? He's like, oh yeah, dude, I just got bodied by the barbecue, man. It's like it's too much, man. I can't eat this shit, dude. It's too much. I'm like, dude, I don't think it's the barbecue. I think you just got destroyed by that whiskey bottle you have, man. He's like, nah, dude, it was a Korean barbecue, dude. I'm like, it was a Korean barbecue. I was like, okay, dude, regardless, dude. Yeah. But yeah, dude, highly recommended. The Korean barbecue is awesome, dude. I never had it before. That is it's so good. That's the first time I didn't know that it was a thing. But yep, highly recommended.
All right. I think that's about it as far as questions go. Lance, you got anything?
Mm, nope, nothing else for me. This is a great. I like. Yeah. It was very. I don't know how to say it. Maybe it sounds too corny, but it was like a. That was a heartwarming conversation. Just talking to you, you're very easy to talk to and very earnest. And I think, yeah, I had a great time.
Thank
For
you, dude.
sure, for
Thank you,
sure.
dude.
Caesar.
Yeah. Honestly, let's see when we can hang out again and get some beers and stuff, dude. Because
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
yeah, it's been a while. Like I always like going over there, dude. It's just damn, dude. Life's been kind of
It's tough,
took a
man.
wild
It's tough.
turn. So yeah.
Yeah. It's balanced,
Yeah,
right? You're welcome at the house.
beers and slaw.
Yeah. You're welcome at the
Yeah, dude.
house anytime, bro. Just let me know
Uh,
whenever you want to come up. Just let me know.
I'm planning on doing a housewarming party for all the Third Strike guys.
Okay. Yeah. Say the word. Say
So
the word.
yeah, so once I got everything settled in over here,
Hmm.
I'll set up a date, and then if you guys are free, or let's see what date works for everyone, and then I'll let you guys know, and then we can, guys
Yeah.
can come over and play Third Strike all night or whatever, and we need to bring a keg, we bring a keg or whatever, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me know. That's my specialty. So
And just for you, dude, just for you, I'll bring a bucket of slaw
thanks, bro.
that says
Thank you.
Ray on it, just for you, dude. Okay.
Me and Yuki are fucking just shotgunning beers and eating
And
slaw all night, dude.
and for Lance, thin crust pizza, all he can eat too, dude. Just yeah, yeah, just so he can not be mad about thick pizza, dude.
Thank you. Yeah, that's important.
All right, guys. Well, just want to thank everybody for tuning in to the podcast, and once again, want to thank Caesar. I know this took a couple weeks to kind of get figure out and get you in to have the podcast, but just appreciate you coming on, taking your time to talk about Third Strike for a couple hours. So, yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys again for having me, and thank you for everyone who tuned in. And sorry if I didn't answer all your questions
No,
as
you're
as
good, bro.
detailed as you
You're
wanted
good.
to, or you didn't like the answer. So sorry. But if you always have questions, you're more than welcome to reach me out either on my Twitter or Facebook or the Facebook groups or whatever. And you're always welcome to ask me anything. So yeah, feel free to reach out. And yeah, thank you guys again. Yeah, sorry I went on a rant on some of these
No, you're good,
questions,
bro.
but
You're good.
yeah, I appreciate
Love it.
it.
Oh, we love it.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Chosen will be uploading the VOD here soon. So, once again, just thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the support.
Oh
So,
yeah,
yeah.
Club Aranda's gang, dude. Club Aranda's gang, dude.
All right. Later, boys. Thank you.
Alrighty,
Awesome.
see
Thanks,
ya.
everyone. Thank